we should be live. Thank you all for bearing with me, and welcome to listening to all of us try to figure out how to play Blades in the Dark.
Right on.
Yay.
Real quick, if somebody could just hop in to listen to the stream to make sure our audio levels are cool
Yeah.
and stuff.
I'll take a look.
Alright. Looks like I had a bot in here that I do not remember. Whatever. Okay. It will all be fine. All will be well.
All right, I can hear you talking on stream.
Alright, you can hear me. Can everybody just give a quick run through of people? Obviously, there is a Will.
Yeah, this is Will roll call.
Alright. Scott.
Yeah. I'm Scott. Yeah. Wait, do you want me to go through a whole thing?
No, I just want to make sure everyone to talk to make sure that they're audible. Or if I need to adjust.
This is Christopher.
This is Jen.
Dirk.
Awesome. I assume we all sound that sound fine?
Yes, I'd say bring your audio up like 20 or 25%.
Mine? Okay.
Bring mine down like 10.
It's not my fault you're loud, dude. Actually, okay, there we go. How about now? I offended him so much he muted and deafened himself. Or he's listening.
Yeah.
Okay, testing.
Testing.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good.
Okay, alright. Awesome. Yeah, sorry, let me get... Or I guess, do you mind dropping the link to my Twitch in the chat, Bill?
Yeah, I got it.
Alright. Now that we've shown our very professional start to a stream, would somebody like to catch our noobs up on what happened last time? And give your characters a little bit of an introduction. Do we remember? It's been a while.
Some of us don't remember.
Alright, hold on. I might be able to, as a professional recapper.
We work together.
Okay. Yeah, we'll recap together. Alright, so Blades of the Dark. The first session, last time, like a month ago or whatever it was. I don't know. It was a while ago. We, a ragtag band of miscreants and vagrants, came together. It was at like the Crow's Foot, to wherein we are being tasked with causing a little bit of disruption because right now there's a number of guilds, factions, and whatnot that are all struggling for supremacy in the region. That being, the actual what are they called? The Crows? Here we go. The Crows. The Crows, the Red Sashes, and the Lampblacks. They're also the Bluecoats, which are, basically law enforcement. They're to keep corrupting, you like you do. But we're tasked with essentially taking the Lampblacks and the Red Sash down a peg. We ended up as a group, going over our characters and whatnot. And I guess I can do that real quick. I was playing Watson the Hound. Basically like sniper tracker. Much cooler than Scott. So yeah. We also had, I guess, you two can go over your characters, then we'll catch up with the NPCs, and then I'll describe what we did.
Yeah, so I was playing Nora, a quote-unquote disgraced noble, goes by Her Majesty. Sort of an enforcer for this little crew.
I'm playing Quentin. He is His nickname, I guess, is Specs. He's a slide, which is a subtle manipulator and spy. He has like a dual life where he hangs out with his crew of, I don't know, his gang, but he also works for the I don't know the name. I don't remember which country he was from offhand, but he has a connection to the embassy here, and he goes there and talks to them. He's basically using his position in the gang to get information to pass on to the embassy.
And then we also had a couple of others. Are these two over here?
Yes. You
Lin-
you were joined by
Okay.
Lenza, the alcoholic mastermind of of various plots, and Cyrilda, who is your I believe it's a lurk. I always forget what these are called.
Yeah.
Lurk, and basically the one who chills in the shadows and does some recon. They are off doing their own thing for whatever reason. So you will be joined by some new folks, which we can get to at the end of the recap, unless, yeah, after the recap.
Yeah. Alright. So, what we decided to do, we sat down and decided to pick a target. We decided to deal with the lamp blacks. Why? I don't remember. It just seemed like the right pick at the time. Uh, so we we decided to sneak our way there, just walk in, like we belonged, while also trying to, not be too obvious. And we infiltrated their boss's office, where we got some, I don't know, incriminating evidence or whatnot. We had to bamboozle our way out a little bit, where I think we just walked right out the front door.
You did.
um, yeah, we just walked right out the front door, because sometimes that's what you do. You just walk right out the front door, pretending you belong. There was a little bit of confusion, but we were able to get our way out of it. And then we, with our successful information that we dropped off at the Crows, we then came together and started making some decisions about formulating, a more official group, a more official faction together, where we need to bolster our ranks and bring in some fresh blood to aid us to cover all the things we want to do. I think this is where we get the NPCs or the other PCs.
Excuse you.
I'm sorry. That's my mistake.
How dare you? All right. Of our new folks, who would like to introduce themselves first?
How will I go about this?
Do you want to roll about it or rock, paper, scissors and trust that we are being honest?
I mean, I can go first. I don't mind.
You're
All
going
I know
first.
is that
Or-
my name is Gerard.
that's what you know. You have a whole
Yes.
rap sheet, sir.
Yes, I do have that.
And I believe, let me get this. I guess if we want a bit more information, Jen, if you want to tell us about Hugh.
Okay, Hugh is a. Hold on, I'm scrolling. Hugh is a.
Hugh is a leech.
A leech, yeah.
Would you like
He's
me?
got some.
Okay, I was gonna say I can also tell you guys about yourselves if you'd like.
I found the rap sheet.
Okay.
His code name, like what they call him, is Spark Catcher. He's pretty slender and has some burns, scars on his hands and forearms. He's very freelance and currently under investigation for a poisoning, a bombing, and something else. alchemy on the task force? On a task
Ooh,
force?
illicit alchemical operations task force. There are some special operations
Yeah.
opened up into him.
Ooh, I'm on that one too.
Yeah. Funny how I tried to tie everyone in together.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. Currently, no charges filed on him. He's the police, or like this world's version of police would categorize him as like reckless, mercenary, and paranoid.
Perfect.
Because he has no less than like 3 weapons on him at all time. Great, awesome. He's good with sabotage, the black market, apparently.
Now, this is all according to the Duskfall Bluecoats, who are not always the most reliable. He is your
Yeah.
PC, so you choose which of this is correct.
Yeah, I've been thinking about it, and I think he got some nasty information about that school bombing. I don't think he got all the information on that one. Before he blew stuff up.
Yeah.
What's your threat assessment?
Hi. Because I've been involved in, well, I haven't been involved in violent crime directly. My creations cause significant destruction of life and loss of life. I enable the violent underworld to escalate their grievances with each other, and I have apparently no shits to who I give my shit to.
Nice.
Yeah.
Where was Linza hiding these two? They seem like a great addition to the team.
Also, his last name is Nicer.
Hey.
And I kind of love it.
I used a random generator.
Well, my last name's Mocket, so expect me to be doing that a lot.
Random generator.
Should I not look at the stream since it's the GM's view?
Yeah, probably not. I'm
Okay.
gonna try to not have too much stuff up there that y'all can't see. But yeah, everybody listening and tuning in, you guys get the special behind the scenes look at all this cool stuff I made to where you would see it and not see all the stuff behind the curtain. Is that how you all joined the group? Did Linza send you all?
We'll say yes.
Alright, so one of the principles of Blades in the Dark is that it's very fiction first and player forward, so there's going to be a lot of asking you all questions. I'm sure the people who played last time remember this, where you basically get to tell me what's going on, which is great for me, and very different than Tuesday when I run Pathfinder. However, there is one important thing that has yet to happen, and that is, you all formed your crew, you made your crew sheet last time, and you all have not given yourselves a name.
The worst thing that anybody has ever asked to do in a game
know.
ever.
Here we go. I just
name it.
Let me make this a little bit bigger on the screen, but yeah. So you guys can all click on your current location, which should bring up your PC crew sheet. Theoretically, yes. You all are shadows.
Yep, pull it up.
You cannot pull it up. Do I need to give you permission?
No, I said it pulled up, yeah.
Okay. You all are thieves, spies, and saboteurs. You all made your choices on your various things. You have a hidden lair, which if you go onto the map, there is I made it green right now. Shift ping you all over here. You should be able to click on it.
Oh, I thought that was just a tree.
Yeah, look, I wanted to make it stand out. But you should be able to double click that, pull open something that is blank, but you all should be able to edit it. If not, I will reset the permissions so you all can describe your hideout. to your heart's content. There are other things on this map. If you hover over it, you will see the text pop up, and you should be able to pull up journal entries. I'm using the new Monk's Enhanced Journals, so like swapping over to that taking a little bit. So if you got questions, ask. But yeah, y'all need some sort of a name, because like PC crew is not. I mean, it sounds like you're the politically correct police or something. Like I can't handle it.
And that's not even part of this game.
I mean, I know we had Christopher join us, but I kid.
All right. Obviously, we're the death dogs because it's shadowy and we hunt things.
Hmm.
You can veto everything I say.
If we're thinking on sticking with the crow's feet, maybe something crow related.
Well, there's already another faction called the Crows.
Yeah, but if we're like a branch or an arm of them, maybe something like that calls back to that. But then that might be a problem if we cut ties with the crow's feet.
The murder.
The ravens,
Ooh.
like crows, but cooler.
So this is the turf.
Yeah. Okay.
The turf you all chose, and that is Devilfish Promenade right there.
Oh, all right.
Wait,
'Cause
this
that is
is
the
our turf over here,
Yes.
but our headquarters is over here.
Yes, because you all remember you chose to use the hidden passageways in the canals.
Yeah, and we decentralized ourselves so that way,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah.
We don't.
You
we
don't
don't
shit
want
where you eat, you know.
to. Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Devil-
Mockingjays.
No.
Okay, Katniss.
Maybe I like to mock people.
It's true. Although the murder is kind of cool because, you know, crows.
Yeah.
And you all did lead to a few things. If we come over here, I just realized it is easier because I moved the screen, at least for stream, over to the North Hook Gazette, which is new. There was a fire in Crow's Foot. While y'all were doing your downtime, it seems like a warehouse was burned down. You know, the one that you all broke into and then walked out the front.
Darn shame that.
And it seems like either Lysa's making moves you did not know about, or the Red Sashes are taking advantage of what you all did. So, just that
May
is.
I put forward?
Oh,
Sorry.
no, go ahead.
May I put forward to the group the group name be Murder Promenade?
Yeah, sounds good.
Ooh.
Because if that's our turf, you know.
Murderfish. I'm joking.
Yeah. Nora's
Oh,
100% on board with anything that's got murder in the name.
I'll just be the devilfish. Then we can pretend like it's named after us. Murder Promenade, I guess, is fine.
I'm not gonna stop anyone from calling themselves fish.
You all do
I
use
ag-
the canals.
If
I
anybody
am fine.
asks.
Okay.
I was just gonna say, if anybody asks, Nora definitely she neither confirms nor denies any involvement in the arson that took place at the warehouse. But as for the name, Murder Promenade works for me.
Yeah, that's fine with me too because we'll have
Alright.
named it.
And
we're
we'll be done
done.
with it.
Yep. Excellent. It has now been renamed. You all have a name. Fantastic.
Let's go.
All right.
Is it a milestone?
No. Now, y'all have a couple of options. If you come up here, because this is me being ambitious and thinking maybe we'll actually run a campaign of this. So let me have an actual landing page. If you come up here to your claims map, this is very similar to. I did not mean to pig on Drug Den, but you know, hey. This is also on your character sheet for the crew, but these are all your various claims, and under that are potential scores. because I'm extra, if you hover over the icons, you should be able to click on them and then pull up a quest listing.
Ooh.
It
You
should.
could.
Yeah.
Alright. Work in progress, but there it is. So your potential scores, the first one, which I recommend you do, is lessons in authority. Instead of falling in line, my Lara Clev and the Red Sashes are pushing for control in Crow's Foot. Lysa offers great rewards to the crew that teaches them a lesson about who runs the district, namely the Crows. This is the second half of what you were asked to do previously. I keep talking about Lysa. Let's pull her out here. Come here, Lysa. Wait a minute. I don't want that. I want... Oh no, everyone gets to see my horribly messy organization as I find the tile that I want. Excellent.
It'll be fine.
All will be well.
Oh, I mean, I wouldn't go that far.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
That's real big.
Bam.
Bam. Oh no, I forgot. I can't. When I try to shrink it, it does not stay in proportion. Okay, hopefully that's good enough. There we go. Okay. So just so everybody knows, there's Lysa. She is the one giving you the job. Now I'm going to turn it all over to you.
Well, with Linza out on a bender and Cyrilla doing whatever she does, I think we best keep it close to home and go see what Lysa's got.
Nods in agreement.
If the Red Sash is looking to make a move, then if we can get out ahead of him, can help prove ourselves to the Crows.
Don't want... Besides, we don't want anyone to, blow up too fast.
I have no reason to object.
Sounds good to me.
These clocks on the left side of the screen.
Yes. Thank you. These clocks are for the various factions. And I realize they're really small for the font that I chose. The top one is the Crows establishing control of Crow's Foot. As you can see, they are halfway there. The Lampblacks establishing, taking over the district. They are going nowhere fast, thanks to y'all. The Red Sashes taking over the district. They feel like they're a quarter of the way there. All of these are controlled by me. However, if you all want to set your own clocks, there are more clocks. They can be made.
Okay, so for my clarity, we are aligned with the Crows and the Lampbacks?
We're aligned with the Crows, and we beat up the
Okay.
Lampblacks.
Okay,
Yes.
okay.
Yes. So.
Oh, okay. I was reading the shades wrong. Gotcha.
Are clocks items that you can make? Because in the notes section of your sheets, you can drag them on and click clocks to increment or right click to decrement. Is that true?
Yeah, clocks are actors.
Okay, and you can drag them onto your notes section apparently.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Well, because I didn't know that notes tab was actually a tab to begin with last time.
Wait, it's actually a tab? Hang on.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It is! Oh!
That's how we keep track of everything, I guess.
Man, that's good to know. I thought it was okay.
Yep. I thought that was that section, like the items.
Yeah.
That didn't really make a lot of sense, so I clicked on it, and
Yeah.
here we are.
Alright. Yeah, you should be able to keep track of things that way. Cool. But all right, so we find you all. Now you've been given the instructions by Lysa already. What she wants done, which is teach the Red Sash folks a lesson. You're
Oh, so
welcome
we've
to go
already
talk
gotten
to her
the
again.
briefing.
But yeah, it's the second half of the briefing you all got last time. And you've gotten word like, good job on the Lamp Blacks, carry on.
Well, if we've already gotten the directive, then, there's no sense going and wasting time talking again. I think we should just get to it.
Fair enough. Because we determine our load.
So that leads us to the topic of figuring out how to stick it to the Reds. If they want to take credit for arson, maybe we give them a little bit something else to consider. The Lampblacks aren't the only ones with flammable buildings.
True.
What do you think, the new guy? And Nora will indicate Leech. I've seen your rap sheet. What do you think about little smoke and tinder?
Seems incredibly low class, but it's doable.
That's what I like to hear. There's a certain nobility in burning things to the ground, I gotta say. There's an art to it. You can't just throw any old match. You need the right tinder.
There's also an art to proper alchemy.
And Nora shrugs. She doesn't go in for all that alchemical stuff.
I can make many things with my skills. All we need to do is figure out what it is.
Do we have information about the Red Sashes factions? Here we go. Maybe they're in there.
Yes. Hang on just 1 second. I was remembering where I... There we go. Remembering where I stuck a thing. Alright. You also should be able to, if you hover over and pull up Red Sash Sword Academy, it should be linked to Red Sashes. I can also just show you all.
I found a journal entry for them.
Yeah. Now, this is something, Quentin, you might actually know some stuff about them, because originally the Red Sash Sword Academy was an Eruvian sword school.
Right. So we know what they do to make their money.
Yes, they are like most of the folks here, sort of general vice purveyors. Specifically, they're known for some high-end drug dens across both Crow's Foot and the docks to the north. So they are primarily people providing drugs, but they all also, master sword fighters, so they probably also do some fighting. Allegedly, perhaps. Several members are actually sons and daughters of Eruvian nobility and diplomats in Duskfall, so it's entirely possible that Quentin might know them. Up to you.
Yes, I am also a diplomat of sorts. My rap sheet just says diplomatic immunity after everything. It's nice.
I'm
For
something of a
now.
negotiator.
Then would the best way to mess them up might be to mess with their drug intake?
Yeah, if we could get some bad drugs in there, and
That I can
Or just
definitely make use of Leech's skill set there.
either cut it off completely so they run out of stuff, or just spike it somehow so
Oh,
you get some bad stuff.
It's
Go.
possibly easier to make drugs not do what they're supposed to, rather than make them do something else that they're not supposed to do. If that makes any sense. It's much easier to get something to fail rather than to get something to succeed at another outcome.
That
If
makes
we're going
sense.
to fuck with their drugs, we should just like remove ingredients so it stops doing what they say it will do.
Just a roundabout way of saying we should burn it down.
Could also do that.
All right. So on the table we have burn something down and mess with drugs. That's what we got, right?
Yeah.
We
So,
can easily put two and two together.
reminder of the way setting up for a score works is you're basically, I dropped this here for y'all, choosing your basic approach to it of these. And then adding a key detail to it. Do y'all want me to go over scores again real quick?
Please.
From a mechanical sense. Alright. So, the steps are you pick your criminal activity, typically determined by crew type because you tend to be better at it, at what you do. So you'll, stealth, shadows, murder promenade, that kind of thing. But also any other specific special things. Then you choose the type of plan. And very specifically, there's no need to sweat all the little details and try to think of everything ahead of time, because we're going to do an engagement roll, which kind of says how you start off the situation. But basically, you pick one of these plans, and then fill in the missing detail you need to get started. If it's something you all don't know, then you can gather information during the free play phase, which is basically, role-playing and telling me what you want to do. Then once all that's settled, that's when you start picking your item loadout and getting ready to go. So for example, last time you wanted to sneak in, so you chose stealth, and the piece of information provided was obviously the point of infiltration.
Okay. Sounds like pretty much the only ones that wouldn't be related to this one would be transport. Because if we're gonna do a little destruction, I think the closest would probably be assault or stealth again, or occult, I guess.
Occult seems a little less. I think assault and stealth definitely seem to be it. Although, I do know we chose a shadow, which typically entails being stealthier types, but there's no reason we can't burn something down.
Right. One thing to also look at, if you go to the crew sheet, you do have your crew upgrades. So just things to keep in mind, such as the underground maps and passkeys. You have easy passage through underground canals, tunnels, and basements of the city.
Oh, that's right.
Also, looking at your special abilities, your contacts, all these sorts of things are good things to keep in mind when you're choosing what type. And also keep in mind what you all as characters specialize in and can do. For example, I just clicked on Hugh. For those of you getting used to the character sheets, where it will say your class title, in this case Leech, under it special abilities. The one that is clicked is the one that you have. We'll get into adding HP and stuff here in a minute. But keep in mind the various things and your contacts, because, again, can change what you all plan to do. But there's nothing that says you can't do any of these.
Yeah. Well, definitely looks like we were looking at sabotage as an overall concept, which is good. Underground maps and passkeys.
So, we're planning sabotage. I'm assuming, I guess here's the question. How are you wanting to sabotage? Because I can see several of these. Assault is you just break into wherever they're keeping the drugs, brute force it, sabotage. You could use deception, which is talk your way in. Maybe use Quentin's connections. You could obviously sneak in. You could, well, I guess either deception or social for that. Yeah, pretty much everything but transport. So you tell me, what's the approach you all want to take on your sabotage mission?
Well, you know what I want to do.
You just want to go in brute force?
I think it's the most direct approach, most likely to get us noticed and the accolades that we deserve.
Would that be a good idea, though, in terms of retribution?
Well, we're doing it for the crow's foot. Any retribution's going to go back towards them.
Would that be something that they appreciate?
They should. Give them a chance to stick it to the red sashes. I think we make a big enough bang that Lysa has to come off the bench and make some better moves now. Don't want her sitting idle.
I'm here for it.
All right, so
I'm not really big on just kicking down doors and beating them up, which I don't know. I don't like having attention drawn to us, but if that's the way you want to go, maybe we can like have somebody be sort of our leader in this case. Who wants to like be the boss for this run? Anybody in particular?
Well, we don't necessarily have to go knocking any heads if we're just trying to disrupt their supplies. But if you're looking for someone to take charge, I don't mind doing it.
Q pointedly looks at Geralt.
Yeah, Nora's like glancing around. You know from experience that Linza very rarely lets Nora take the lead. And then whenever Nora said that there's no need necessarily to smash heads, that she might have been sucking her teeth a little bit when she said it.
Yeah, yeah. To be fair.
The last time we tried to
Yeah.
assault someplace without knocking heads, then there was a little bit of head knocking, and you know, Nora claims self-defense. You know, can't nothing you can do about that.
Yeah, you have any thoughts, Gerard?
Definitely knock heads once we encounter them, but better for our safety to attempt to avoid it when possible. And that's at least my opinion and suggestion.
I thought you were supposed to be smart.
Excuse me?
Nora literally stood around saying, "Who wants to take charge?" I was assuming it would be the smart person
Well,
who'd go
unfortunately,
like, "Yeah, no, I totally want to be in charge because I'm smart and I know things."
well, I know plenty of things. Unfortunately for you, though, Linza's and Cyrilla's MIA. And trust me, there's no one knows better how to bust up a enterprising crew than me.
That makes you a
But
wonderful guard dog. I'm so happy for you.
she smiles at you, and you can see rows of sharp teeth. She says, "But if you all want to go and try the stealthy approach, we can do that again.
Hmm.
But if we're doing that, like always, I'm gonna need a couple of bottles, and somebody else is gonna have to take the lead."
Fair enough.
Well, do we know if my Lara Clev, the boss of the Red Sashes, does she have anything she cares about? She like people or pet or anything of that nature there?
That is definitely something you can figure out. Actually, let me. Oop, I did not mean to move you. Let me take us back over to like our OG landing page because it does have some of the rules on there that I do want to use. But if you want to find that out, tell me how you're doing it. And to remind everybody, let me shift ping over here. These are the various action ratings that you can use.
Well, I would use consort to socialize with friends and contacts. And sway to influence with guile, charm, or argument to basically guide whatever conversation I'm in, if I can, without raising suspicions, to asking questions about I forgot her name already. Mylena.
Mylara Clev.
Mylera Cleb, yes. And if she has, I don't know, she has, I don't want to go after her children or anything, but if she has anybody, basically anything we could use as a, what do you call it, a force multiplier on her.
Leverage.
Leverage, yes, thank you. Sometimes my words don't come the right way.
I was thinking soft spot, but yeah, leverage works.
Alright, I guess here's a question for you. Because if you're in a controlled position and you have the opportunity, there's really not that much need to roll for it. You just could. I would be making a fortune roll, basically how much information gets given away. But if you want to start digging deeper, I'll say that you're in a risky position because word could get back that you're asking questions.
All right, I'll try the risky one.
All right.
Uh,
Then give me that. Is it your consort? You're gonna go talk to your friends and contacts?
yes.
All right.
And I just click on consort, or there's something else I have to do.
Yes,
I
you
don't
should
know.
click on consort. It will pull up a menu, and it's risky standard.
Risky standard. Okay.
Congrats, you do it.
Ooh, good job.
I picked the wrong time to take a bite of pizza.
Mhm.
What all? I guess here's the question: would you like to tell me what you learn about Mylara, or would you like me to make it up?
I'll let you make it up this time. Being slightly distracted by somebody texting me.
Oh, okay, fair. So I would say my Lara definitely has some attachments to people, certain soft spots, but most importantly, because she is a younger sibling, what she craves most is prestige and position and proving that she can be a leader to the Clev family back home. Which Quentin would understand the way that all works in Aruvia and everything else that, getting beat up by a bunch of street gang Duskfall thugs would probably not be a good way of doing that.
Okay.
So, to summarize, I would say her soft spot is pride.
All right. All right. So yeah, in a way, I get. I think Nora might be on the right track where it's a display. It looks bad, because if it's something subtle that could be covered up, that wouldn't hit the pride the right way.
Well, it is
Very
always
true.
possible to be subtle and then plant the specific details.
Hmm. Possibly.
But
We
it
could
does.
try to pin the fire on her. Or that would make her look good, wouldn't it? And she could get caught by the Bluecoats,
Eh.
which definitely would look bad.
Yeah, the Bluecoats are really just kind of. They're mostly there to make a profit off of whatever the situation is.
Everyone in Dustfall knows that the Bluecoats are really just the biggest, best funded gang in the city.
Yeah.
So the Bluecoats probably already know about the drug dens that the Red Sashes run,
Most likely.
and they're like getting a kickback or something.
Most likely.
Yeah.
That generally sounds like the best way to hit her is to just hit her.
Yeah, hit her
What
in
her
the
job
dick.
is. Well, yeah. Make sure she doesn't have anything to be proud of.
Oh, I have to imagine the Sword Academy itself is a point of pride for the Arubians in this city.
But that might bring a lot more than just her down on our heads.
Um, all right.
Now,
So
you all did just kind of like waltz out of the lampblack warehouse. That was a thing.
yeah. Yeah, but it didn't blow up until later. But yeah. All right, team. All right, we gotta pick a thing. What are we doing?
I'm hearing assault. I'm hearing we're doing assault.
All right, let's do it.
We're doing violence to a target, and so now you got to tell me the point of attack.
Alright, it seems as though people are reserved about just attacking the academy. So clearly it's one of the drug dens based on the information. Or at least the supply itself.
Yes, then we should probably take note of which of the ones is, I suppose, most important for them.
Do we know where they said they had two main drug dens? Do we know where those are?
They have several. You know, a lot are over here in Fog Hollow. But also, that's probably not the best place if you're receiving. Well, there is the dock here for shipments. There is also a bit to the north, another section that you could receive shipments from, and that is just their known turf.
We find
So-
out
Yeah, so we
how
know
they're
specifically where they're at.
where their re-upping schedule is.
Mm.
I don't know much about this, just what I've learned from watching The Wire.
Well, this is all narrative, so it could be anything.
Then, since the Fog Hollow area is their main one, like hitting them right at the docks where they would be getting most of their stuff, that would send the biggest message.
Oh, do they have like smuggling ships? Is that how this works? Because if they have smuggling ships, you take out the ships.
That would at least be my understanding, but I would not know for sure. Could we know for sure, Sam?
How would you like to find out?
I'm a very good study, personally.
What are we trying to find out?
Whether they have ships.
How they get the
Well,
drugs? I mean, obviously
yeah, how
they
they
are
get the
coming
drugs.
on ships, but the question is like the specifics of it.
yeah, which ships? Like, where is it getting quartered? Who are they paying off? Where, like, all the specifics.
The details.
Yeah,
Why don't we just head down and watch?
yeah, just survey them. Just
Could-
watch the situation.
Since she has contacts with Aruvia, maybe they're getting it like a Aruvian ship or something.
Quite possibly. That's what we want to figure out.
I
I
think
use
now we need to choose how to find the information we want.
I use my information, my contacts within the Aruvian consulate, to see if I can find out like the name of any ships that might belong to her family or something of that nature that come here.
I would say I can roll that into your previous one. There aren't any specific ships belonging to the family. There are, of course, various imports, exports in the docks that are linked to Aruvia. Probably as your day job as assistant to the ambassador, you probably know of a lot of these. So it would be more how do they get it from the docks to their warehouses, which chances are would be by the canals and some sort of canal boat.
We just head down to the docks and we take a look and we watch for the dock hands and the people unloading that are armed. If they're moving precious cargo like that, they're not going to be walking bare. They're going to have weapons and things of that nature that will set them apart.
Mm.
How about can we talk to? They sell drugs here. Can we talk to like some of their customers and try and find out like when they maybe start getting low on supply, or if any of them happen to notice when, like on a specific schedule, it's just like when we run low, or like every Thursday they get a new shipment. You know what I'm saying?
All right, you absolutely
Mm.
can. I will time out a little bit on the rules and reminder that a lot of this is you kind of jump into the action and you have the option to flashback to make things a bit more advantageous. So some of this we can kind of see because with the engagement roll, if you guys roll really, really well, I might just sit there and say you all figured out exactly when, exactly where, who to hit, those kinds of things. It's more if you then don't get a full success on the engagement roll, how do you make it up? If that makes sense.
My takeaway is that the way the game works is that everything's very big picture, and then we focus on the details in the moment, like when we're actually doing things, and that's where we kind of utilize the roles to facilitate that.
Right. Yeah.
On the engagement roll, it says +1 dice for each major advantage.
Yes. And
What sort
that's
of what
obviously
sort of
Quentin's ties to Aruvia is a major advantage.
okay?
Um,
What else could we do to get advantages on that roll? should we even bother scoping out the docks, or is that something that we would do after? We just, like you said, jumping into it. I'm still in the old school role playing type
Yeah, it's still
mentality here.
the D&D those kinds of like, oh, like we gotta figure all this out first. But yeah, so pretty much you guys sell me on this. I'm gonna say the plan's detail exposes vulnerability of the target. I'm gonna say you are gonna get a dice for that because Quentin did discover, hitting her with her pride. And I think it's reasonable for you to know, like, okay, this is roughly how they're doing it. So I'll give you a dice for that. I'll give you one for the general Eruvian context. Maybe I shouldn't be giving you two, but I am a benevolent god. You all tell me what other advantages you guys have. And please remember, because it's fiction first, this is literally bullshit me and you get it.
Let's see. All right. So the strategy. Hold on. Let's just looking it all over. The game plan right now is we theoretically have scoped out the area, and our goal is to figure out what ships or what river boats or whatever, I don't know, drug smuggling boats there are going to the area, and we're
to
trying
take
to
them out.
disrupt that. And we're
Yes.
disrupting that. That is the plan.
And disrupting through force.
Yep.
That is the plan.
All right. Okay.
So
we've got.
I will also give
Okay.
you a die for your knowledge of the canal waterways and such that you have on your
Yes. Amphibious assault from below. All right. That sounds good to me.
I suppose would an advantage be me attempting to get some information from a shrewd friend of mine? No?
What shrewd friend? If you go to your character sheet,
I have a Salia, an information broker.
All right, are they? So you do have a choice. I don't remember if I chose on yours or not.
You did not.
I did not. All right. It is your lucky day. They are a friend, because you will also have to pick a rival. There you go. You've got the little up triangle. So Salia, information broker. Yes, you can use that. You now have 4 die.
Cool. And just because they're a cop, I'm making Jaren my.
I figured.
And is this a one thing per person, or can we continue to suggest?
You can continue to suggest. This is up to you guys. I mean, at a certain point, I'm going to be like, okay, this is ridiculous. But for the purposes of this, like, you're good. You got 4 dice so far.
Is that a good amount?
At what point is it
Yeah.
overkill?
So basically, what you want, if you look here, shift ping everybody, on the engagement roll, basically you want a 6. That's the good result. Like, you're going with your highest. So each die gives you another chance to get that 6.
Gaia.
As many 6s as possible. Or as many chances to get a 6 as possible.
Correct.
Yeah, looks like it.
Okay. So if the plan is to disrupt the boats themselves, I mean, we could make it harder for them to dock in their territory, so they have to go somewhere else.
Ooh.
How many docks are there in this area of the city? Like, just from looking at the map, it doesn't look like there's too many.
There aren't that
like,
many.
How many? Like,
but obviously, pretty much people could roll up wherever To just like yeet things over, because especially along the main thoroughfare going through here, that might be a little bit difficult. You could probably get some like larger ships through there, but the small canals, think like Venice, so you could literally just like reach over and grab something off of a boat.
Are there
Okay,
canal
so-
gates?
Gotcha.
You tell me. Are there canal gates?
Well, if there are canal gates, I mean, then it's very easy to control the flow of traffic.
Alright. I mean, there could be, but again, I thought you guys were showing up in mass on assault. We gotta stick.
Yeah, I was just thinking
Okay.
what would happen
Yeah.
if we.
Okay.
I was just thinking, spitballing what would happen if we just got rid of the docks themselves. But it seems like it wouldn't be too big of a hindrance to them, so probably better just to figure out what ships are coming in, who's unloading them, where the supply is going, and then deal with it that way, than going for the docks themselves.
Would we want to consider getting any type of assistance? Like, is this that kind of situation where it would be better if we got some help, or better if we just try and do it by ourselves?
Imagine we're doing it ourselves.
Yeah, if you want to make a name for yourself, this is how. Like, asking for help is definitely
Okay.
going to make you look weak, and it is also going to make you indebted to people.
Gotcha.
And in Duskfall, you can trust no one. So, who would you trust to do this? That is the question. So, the plan is show up at the docks, disrupt, either by destroying the docks, disrupting. We are using force. So, yeah. So assault, do violence to a target. Detail, point of attack. The point of attack is the docks. So now you all get to choose your loadout. Which is the number of items you have on your character sheet. Or on your character, which you choose on your sheet.
And is that determined by the bag icon? How many I
Yes.
can have?
Yep. So if you go up to the bag icon, click it, it'll say load. And you have 3 options, light, heavy, and normal. So with a light load, you're faster, less conspicuous, and you blend in with citizens. With a normal load, you look like a scoundrel ready for trouble. Heavy load, you're slower, you look like an operative on a mission. And the way this works, because again, we're not pre-planning a lot of things, you don't actually have to pick which ones of your things you have. You just have to tell me which of those loads you have, and then you get to put the dots as they show up.
We could definitely go for Shogun Ol and come in heavy.
I will be light.
Yeah, Nora's bringing a heavy pack.
So there's items, and then to the right of that, there's a bunch of other items. Is there a difference between those two?
So the items to the left are the ones that you have that are specific to your playbook. The ones on the right
Gotcha.
are more general. If I am reading this correctly, let me pull up. Actually, no. I think I had that backwards. No, I'm not quite sure how they set up this, because looking at... Nope, yep, I was right the first time. Left is specific to your playbook, right is in general.
And what's the difference between italicized and not italicized?
Not italicized does not add to your load. They are 0 load. I believe we figured that out last time.
Well, italicized wouldn't add, correct?
Correct.
Yes. Yes.
So if it's italicized, we can get it for free. Is that what you're
Yes.
saying?
Yes, you can get it for free if it comes up.
Okay.
So have you all picked your loads?
Yep.
I have.
Take a load.
I'm going normal.
All right,
I will go normal as well.
Okay, I just realized I should probably make this a little bit easier and like drop people's tokens on this map as well. Come on, cooperate with me here. Why is she cooperating with me? There we go. There we go. Alright, so you all should at the moment have no boxes checked under your items because we don't know
Yep.
what those are yet.
Mine are actually checked, and I'm unable to change anything.
Ew, I might need to give you permission on this sheet. Shouldn't, but let me see. Ah, yes. Now you can.
Wait, thanks.
All right.
Alright, so you all have picked your load. We are ready for the engagement roll, in which you have, let's see, you have 4 dice, or did I say I was giving you 4, so that's beyond the first one. Yep, I was giving you 4, so you have a total of 5. Are you ready?
Send it.
Yep.
Partial success, you're in a risky position when the action starts.
We'll take it.
Risk it for the biscuit.
Alright, so let me move the current location marker over here. Maybe. There you go. Alright, you roll up. You know where to be. You know what you're looking for. You know the boats that come in. Unfortunately, they're a bit more well guarded than what you thought. They're a bit more prepared for interference. Almost as if the recent unrest with the lamp blacks and everything else has them on guard. So as you roll up, ready to bash some skulls in or set fire to some boats or whatever you were planning on doing, you're confronted by several burly-looking Eruvians with swords. Wanting to know what you're doing there.
What does it look like they're doing there? Do we see anything look like they're unloading?
They seem to be guarding this area pretty closely. There's not a boat specifically there being unloaded, but it looks like they're getting ready for a shipment.
So we roll up and we're kind of like skulking nearby and we get spotted. And now we're getting accosted.
Yep. When you were waiting for the opportune moment, you waited a little too long.
Alright. I mean, Nora glances over to the rest of the crew. She's got her hand down in her pouch on her side bag, and she's probably either holding a weapon or some other thing. She like raises an eyebrow.
Since we are wanting to assault, would we want to just say fuck it and go, or would it be a better idea to hold off until we do actually see some kind of shipment?
Yeah, we haven't seen the actual goods yet, and they might not land if
We
we
make
see a
trouble.
scuffle.
Yeah.
Yeah, the move here is to just get them off our backs and then go like find a better place to ambush from
Right.
or whatever.
Somebody that's a smooth talker should probably take care of that then.
Yeah.
I
Now,
guess that's me.
I will
Unless
throw,
somebody else wants to do it.
I will throw out a suggestion here because this is a mechanic we did not use last time, but this could be a time for a flashback in which you all secure a cover story for why you're there.
All right, I can
to-
do that.
To make convincing them easier.
Perhaps
Quentin,
we are also here to get some kind of shipment.
part of let me see here. Quentin serves as one of the key assistants to the Aruvian ambassador. He is responsible for managing correspondence, trade agreements, and the social calendar for the ambassador. He is from a well-to-do Aruvian merchant family. So before we did this here, while they were all making plans for, picking out their best weapons and sharpening them and all that kind of macho stuff, Quentin was at the embassy and he got some official shipping forms of some sort and borrowed them and filled them out to, very official looking, since that's basically his job. That he was, I don't know, coming to pick up something. He's like here to pick up some Eruvian shipment of some sort. And yeah, that's what he's got with him. He's gonna step forward and proffer that to these two guys. Hey, I'm here from the Eruvian consulate, and I think you can see this paperwork here. We're supposed to pick up an item from uh, that my Lear Clev had left here for us.
Let me see that. Somebody snatches the paperwork out of your hand and starts looking at it. So, mechanically, you can take stress from doing the flashbacks, but this one I'm giving you 0 stress because it was an ordinary action for which you had easy opportunity. I think Quentin getting these forms and filling them out is pretty easy. So you do not take any stress for this. Side note.
Okay.
They take a look at it. And they're like, well, this looks pretty much in order. Alright. See?
I don't know what it is, but there's a tracking number on there, or a shipment order. Can you see if it's here? I don't know. Are you the one I'm supposed to be speaking to?
How about I look? Well, hang on. And they pull out some little spectacles and start looking at it. They're the brawn, not the brains, and you've now given them paperwork. But you have official paperwork, and you said their boss's name, so now they're concerned. You feel like you've bought yourself some time, as they are now debating where this tracking number goes to, where to find it in the little warehouse that's here, and what to do. At a
Would
certain
you like me to go inside with you and look for it?
They look at each other uneasily, and it's like, nah, you wait right here.
Okay.
And all but one of them, of the main kind of enforcer-looking people, have now either gone inside to look for things or otherwise occupied. You've just got one person kind of watching you, but they know why you're here now.
Well, that's going on. Nora's going to try to get a good look at, exactly how's this outfit, how's this crew looking in terms of outfit wise? Are they, like a well kitted operation, or how many people are we talking? Does it look like a big, like, is this look like the right place? Like they're big ship, like,
Yeah, this is the right place.
does it look like they have lookouts up on roofs, or like if things go south and something goes down, how's it how's it looking for our chances, I guess?
That looks like that is going to be a survey roll, or be technically you guys are supposed to describe what you're doing in the action, not me. But that sounds like you're surveying the situation.
Yeah, I've got 1 point in survey.
Well, are we able to work together, or is it just?
Yes. So, you can, to add bonus dice, you can assist a teammate by giving them 1 dice by taking 1 stress.
All right, yeah, I'll do that. I guess Nora, who's like the typical lookout in this crew?
Well,
Like
I have
Quentin
2 survey.
or Watson?
Yeah, Watson has two survey. I think I looked at last time.
All right, yeah. So Nora will just be talking to you. Say, Watson, please, what do you see around here? You see anything out of the ordinary on the roofs here?
All right,
Anyone
let's see.
watching? And
Oh, I have my hound eyes and my trained hunting pet. Can my trained hunting pet be like a
you
scouting
brought your
bird?
dog. Okay, you brought
A scouting bird.
Crow.
Yeah, a crow that hangs out on the rooftops and just like
Wait,
whistles and
wait,
whatnot.
what is What is this? Hold up.
What? I have a trained hunting pet. It's under my
Oh my
italicized
god, you
items.
do. Okay. Yeah, so yeah, you've got a trained crow or raven, corvid of some
Yeah.
kind.
Yes. But yes.
Just describe to me how you use your trained bird.
Well, obviously the trained bird sits and it just lets out horrible calls that are awful. Does everybody, but like they mean something to him, but maybe not other people, or like the direction that the bird sits. Like just even the general direction or the way the wings are up. Because these are trained animals are placed with Cthulhu blood oil. So I mean, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, no, that is reasonable. All right. Um yeah, so
Amazing.
all right, then I will because you're doing that, I was going to put it at risky because I mean, if there are lookouts, they would then see you trying to look at, you looking for them. But since you're using your bird, I'm going to let you roll this from a controlled position.
Okay.
For a, let's see.
Then do I need to roll anything to do the assist, or?
No, you just take 1 stress.
All right, I marked it.
So yeah, so give me that roll. We'll do a controlled standard.
All right. So do I click on survey and it brings up a menu?
Yes,
I forget.
it does. Correct.
Okay. Controlled standard, and is there a bonus die here?
Yes,
Or anything?
one
Okay.
bonus die, from Nora's help. Which, how are you helping out, Nora?
Well, as Watson's doing their hand signals and cooing and cawing like a bird, Nora's kind of maneuvering them to make sure that the bodyguards that are on the ground are not taking notice of Watson communicating with their bird.
Very fair.
But she's keeping an eye out that in that manner.
All right.
letting him cook.
Oh.
All right,
Nice.
you do it. All right, I'm gonna say, yeah, there are a few lookouts, but not as many as you might expect. I will say your bird alerts you to 2 positions. but they're
Alright.
in places that you, with your knowledge as a sniper or whatever, you could probably take them out if you needed to.
Yeah, Watson does the just the head tilt that indicates snipers, and that he's got it, and I was looking around where it would be a good place to take advantage of that later, but that that's more narrative, not anything else.
Excellent.
Yeah, I would say as part of this, you also identify like a place that you could like counter snipe them from. Like I'm gonna roll that into all of this because you did do exactly what you're trying to do, which was surveying the area.
Okay, so we've got a better assessment of the environment here. I guess now we're just kind of trying to avoid notice and hope the bureaucracy takes them long enough for the actual shipment that we're waiting on to roll up.
Well, as you say that, a ship does roll up, and suddenly there is a flurry of activity. And you do hear some yelling from inside the warehouse, something about tracking number and can't find it, and maybe it's on this boat. And you think the shipment has just come in.
You really sent him on a wild goose chase there, Quentin.
I say maybe we can. It feels like this is the right ship. Maybe we can like shut this door so they can't be involved in what's about to happen.
Yeah, does it look like it's a type of door where you can drop like a slat, like it could be blocked somehow, like a piece of wood or something nearby?
It's a relatively large warehouse. There are going to be multiple access points in and out.
Okay, gotcha. Maybe this is where we start the arson. Give him a bit of a distraction so we can take care of the boat.
I mean, right now there's very little attention being put on you.
Like, oh, see, we can either try and trail, like, see where they're bringing the stuff, or we can just try to smash them here and disrupt things here. It might be more beneficial if we find out exactly where they're taking the stuff. Because if we just hit the ship, then they'll just send another ship. But just hitting the ship would be easier for sure than trailing them and hitting wherever they're taking it.
If we trailed them to hit it once they got there, it really isn't going to change anything because they'll eventually send another ship, regardless of whether we hit it now or later. The
So you're
point
in
is to disrespect them and be assholes.
Nice. Cowabunga it is.
Yeah. If we just hit them hard now, they have to. What it is that delays that, which means that they don't have their their item that they sell, which means that people have to go elsewhere, which undercuts them multiple different ways. Then it opens up a branch for somebody else to take advantage of the situation, putting them even a further step back. But yeah.
I can have like. This says just gadgets. This also says bandolier of alchemical shit.
Yep.
Bandolier of
tell me.
alchemical shit.
So I could claim bandolier and just throw random like explosive alchemical things at the warehouse while you guys hit the ship. Like hit them on both fronts, regardless of like how.
Excellent. Yeah, just
Yeah.
cause a lot of a scene. Yeah.
I also have demolitions tools.
Mm-hmm.
You just
I
go
have
through with
all
like
of
a
the
backpack.
things.
Oh yeah. Demolitions tube
A
is an
duffel
option.
bag of stuff.
Yeah. Also on my character sheet, it's like no less than 3 weapons on me at all time because I'm paranoid.
Well, if you're gonna need some time to get brewing whenever they start unloading, then I can buy you that time.
I don't actually. I came with stuff already made.
Well, I'll keep them away from you at the least.
That would be appreciated. I don't like my face being messed up.
I think at the sounds of what's going on here, Watson's gonna just reposition himself a little bit to where he thought would be a good place, because most likely he's gonna have to use that fine long rifle he has to solve
Yeah.
his problem.
All right, so you're gonna post up. I'm gonna drag you guys a little bit just so I can keep track. You're gonna kind of post up over here on the. You zoom in and read it.
The barking
The
dog
barking
court.
dog court. You're gonna post up there. We've got Hugh. I'm just gonna put you out in the ocean a little bit. Like you're going on the boat to blow
Yeah.
things up.
Yep.
We got
I'll
Nora.
go with.
All right, yeah, Nora going with. All right, Quentin and Gerard. What's your general plan?
I'm not sure. What's everybody else doing again? Yeah,
You've
I'm
got
sort of.
Hugh is
I'm
basically
trying to.
doing a one-man demolition while Nora backs him up. Watson's doing
Okay.
Overwatch.
Who is our? Do we have somebody that's like actual fighter?
That's Nora.
That's Nora.
That's not right.
Yeah.
Do you want
Watson's a
her
sniper.
to watch after the warehouse?
I'm not sure. I don't want to be the main scrapper or anything here. I'm sort of like fading into the background a little bit, trying to keep an eye on things and respond to any place where I might be able to help at this point.
I mean, I could give you a device that goes boom and you can hide it, like sneak and hide it in the warehouse.
Ooh.
You sound like you guys have got the warehouse covered. I'm just gonna respond at this
Do you
point
want a
here.
device that goes boom?
I do not want a device that goes boom.
You
I don't like boom devices.
You could also just potentially continue to keep them busy looking for that item that Mylera supposedly has for you.
Yeah, if that's possible, I figured
It's
once
possible.
things kicked off, they would
We'll
be
see.
like, "Oh, all
We'll
right,
see.
yeah, I'll try and keep them busy with that."
All right, Gerard, what are you doing? Roughly.
Would it be possible to take advantage of any spiritual presences in the area to cause some mayhem?
Like cause some distractions by like attuning to the ghost field.
Yes.
All right, yeah,
Oh man, we're in an angry ghost area too.
yeah, you are.
Whoa.
How do you know it's an angry ghost area?
Traits on the map over here.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Angry ghost area.
So, all right, I'm gonna just for funsies, we're gonna start with crazy ghosts in Havoc, but also because that's something new that we have not done. So let me get to the examples. So when you're this would be a tuning, and it's you're opening your mind to the ghost field or channeling nearby electroplasmic energy through your body, such as communicating with the ghost, understanding aspects of spectrology. You could try to perceive beyond sight in order to better understand your situation. So you are attuning to the ghost field to try and cause havoc. That could also mean messing with the electricity, because all of that is run through ectoplasm. So, Gerard, you tell me, how would you like to do this?
Alright, let us see. I would like to especially use my arcane implements.
Oh, the various family heirlooms that you were caught with?
Oh, naturally.
Yes. All right. You have your arcane implements to do this ritual.
He will try and secret away into a slightly calmer area and basically open himself up to those who wish to contact him. Specifically, anyone who feels particularly angry and doesn't matter who exactly they're angry at least for Gerard, because he can try and take advantage of them regardless. Uh, he will simply attempt to point them towards the guards, the people who are working on the shipment, basically, the people who are not us.
All right. I'm going to say that you are in a. So you said you're opening yourself up to any ghosts, or like whoever's around.
Yes, whoever's around, but being particularly open to things that are a little bit more angry, something that
Okay, I'm gonna
could be
say.
useful.
I'm gonna say that this is where you're going to be in a. To me, this seems like a desperate situation. This would be one of those trading position for effect. You're going to have a great effect, but you're putting yourself in a desperate position. Let me bring it over here.
Okay.
Which is you will suffer serious consequences
Should I fail?
should you fail or even get a partial success.
Okay. Then I guess I have a question when it comes to the special abilities. I already have one marked, and basically that's the only one that I can
Correct.
use during this.
Yes, you gain the other ones through leveling up, essentially,
Okay.
by getting XP.
Then I don't know if this will have any particular effect, but may I use my ghost contract in terms of who I get and, well, who I am able to sway to my wishes, so it doesn't backfire too much on me?
I would say that would have to be something you would have had to set up ahead of time if you wanted to flashback
Okay.
and say that you basically have a ghost on call to cause havoc when you need it.
I would
You
definitely like
could
to do
make
that.
that deal.
Yes, please.
Okay, so we're gonna have a brief little flashback. How do you do this?
It would definitely be after we really narrow down on exactly where we want to hit, but Gerard would have gone through the area and tried to seek out someone who just feels particularly angry. He might have talked to some of the people nearby and asked if there were any particularly extreme losses for anyone. He wouldn't be as untactful as I am. So hopefully he's able to talk a little bit better. But just try and find potentially someone who just got really fucked up from the drug trade and try and take advantage of that.
All right. How would you say that you went about doing this? Because you are gonna have to make a roll for this one. This one isn't just gonna happen. Because you are asking an angry spirit to enter into a pact with you. So this feels like sway to me.
Unfortunately, it does.
Do you have anything else to bullshit her with?
Can I bullshit that I am a fantastic conversationalist?
No, but you can bullshit me with your background. If you'd like to tell the party a little bit about that. Your
Yes, I
family
am.
background. Do you remember
And
it?
that was the Confessors?
Yes.
Yes. Um, they're a secret order, a guild of sacred assassins that deliver grim justice to those who violate the archaic scriptures, pacts, and oaths. And
They are, and this is something we forgot to cover in the descriptions of people, but Gerard is from Tycheros and does have fully black eyes, including sclera. And Tycheros is basically the land of the tieflings. And the
But I'm
confessors
just a
are
funky fashion choice.
and the confessors are
Could be.
part of that. So I would say you get an extra die for your experience dealing with spirits.
Could I also layer on that with me being a spirit warden? So I have like even further experience with dealing with spirits.
Yes, I will allow it. I'll have risky standard 2 bonus die.
And this is that sway.
This is sway, and you will take stress from this. 1 stress from this, because this is a bit more involved.
Oh, let's go.
You do it.
Nice.
All right, so you have your
Yeah.
vengeful ghost buddy. So I'm gonna say, for this, you're going to attune, because you gotta call him forth and you gotta do the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna be going from a we'll go with a risky position, because you are trying to summon them in public
Mm-hmm.
for great effect, though.
Okay.
So
Do I
basically,
have
you moved your position from desperate to risky.
cool? And would you say that I have any bonus dice? Because I do have my arcane implements
You do
on
have your
hand.
yes, you have a bonus die for your arcane implements.
Hey,
Oh my god.
All right, tell us who did you find and what havoc are they causing?
let's see.
I would say perhaps you found someone who had been murdered by the Red Sashes.
Oh yes. How long would you say the Red Sashes have been around?
Years.
Years.
This is a well-established gang territory. They've been around long enough that the previous guy running the Crows has retired. Essentially,
Okay.
like this is
Yeah,
they're
retired.
yeah. Martin
Retired.
Gall. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get to Martin. He runs the leaky
Then-
bucket.
Then I think I was able to find one of the earliest victims of the Red Sashes. Someone who's been able to linger and stew for quite a long time. Just waiting for someone to either just mess up enough or reach out to lend a hand, take advantage of.
All right, what everyone sees as everything's about to kick off. All the various electroplasmically driven lights start to flicker. It's very, very much horror movie. Bad things are about to happen. Power's about to go out. And coalescing on the dock, out of spectral energy, is a vengeful spirit. Hard to make out their age, their gender. It's almost as if they've been floating around for so long they've lost all parts of themselves, except for large gashes across their form, as if they were made by swords. Swords that they also happen to be wielding in spectral form. And they are about to wreak house on anyone they think is remotely a Red Sash. You feel as if pretty much everyone who's not on the boat is taken care of.
Well, there we go.
Fantastic. I'm just gonna make note that I have my Spirit Bane charm on. That's also a italicized item.
All right, quit that shit.
I mean, if the lights are blowing up, I guess it's time to start shooting.
Yeah, Nora just takes a quick swig from her flask.
Nora's like ready to bust out the popcorn.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
All right, Watson, you said you were gonna start shooting.
Time to go to work.
Yeah, because I guess the people on the boat, right? Because the people not on the boat are taken care of, I heard.
Yeah, the people on the boat are taken care of. Let's see how Hugh's doing planting stuff on the boat first.
Oh, yeah.
Boom.
All right, Hugh, how are you going to get the stuff on the boat? Describe to me what you're doing.
I'm taking a mixture of my demolition tools and my bandolier alchemical stuff, and basically just, you know, that scene in a movie where you're stuck in a closet and you have like cleaning supplies and you make a bomb out of it. That's what I'm doing. I am pulling out random supplies that I know will all react badly to each other, and like putting very thin pieces of like paper or like metal between them that I know that they'll eat through and contact each other in like a very timed manner. I have it like calculated down to like a science, and I'm just quickly like wrapping it all together and like putting it in the most central place, probably the mast of the ship.
Okay.
And if I could, I would try to also get another one down in the hole so that it explodes and the boat leaks.
All right. I'm gonna go with that. Sounds a lot like tinkering because most of the description was fiddling devices and mechanisms.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, given given the unholy distraction Gerard has presented, that you are. I'm gonna still say. I'm gonna say you are in a controlled position, but that is for standard effect because you've still got to set this up. You've still got to get it right. And you have
Okay,
one
yeah.
bonus die because you have your implements with you.
Yep.
And question.
Yes.
Now, we're allowed to make it more difficult, but with greater effect, right? If we choose
Correct.
to.
Correct. You can choose to make it riskier. Like if you want to risk it for the biscuit to get great effect and then turn it into a risky roll, you can. So I would say if you were gonna try to get it in the hold, that would be risking it for the biscuit because now you've got to go below decks where Watson can't cover you.
Okay.
Can Nora assist by helping Hugh get to the lower decks by, once we get on and they're like, what are you doing on here? Then Nora just like brings out her fist, which now have brass knuckles on them, and just starts causing a distraction on the boat itself to give
Yes.
Hugh time to slip into the hold.
You could either do that as like just an assist and take the stress, or we can have what is called, I don't know what it's called, but basically it's its own actions setting up for it. So you would then give them dice that way. Hang on just a second, let me double check this. The difference between
And how do I add all of these extra spicy dice to the roll?
Alright, just a second. Let me
Yep.
because it's one of those everything's everywhere on here. Okay,
Yeah.
it's a setup action, is what you can do. If your action has the intended result, any member of the team who follows through on your maneuver gets +1 effect or improved position for their roll. So,
Okay, yeah.
basically, if you
So
want to
improved
just
position.
yeah, if you want to just give them a die, you can just take the stress. But if you want to give them a better position or a better effect, you've got to make the roll yourself.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, can I do both?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Nice. Yeah, I'm down to take the stress and possibly make things better, but I'm trying not to make things worse.
Okay. I would say
For Hugh, at least.
Yeah. But I would say based on this, your description, this would be wreck, which would be unleash savage force, or if you're being a bit more controlled, you can skirmish.
Yeah, we'll try to do control. So we'll get the first guy that's asking to like catch him by surprise, and then we'll kind of back up like leading them opposite of the way that Hugh's trying to go to and trying to get them into like kind of a choke area where it's easier to take them down one by one type of
Okay.
deal.
I'm gonna say this is gonna be your basic risky standard on this because there are multiple people on the boat that you could be fighting. So
All right, let's go.
you guys are on fire.
Yeah, what the heck? Oh my god.
All
Wait
right,
till we
Throwing
actually make
ghosts.
something on fire.
you
Yeah, breaking
are
faces.
you are doing so. You were improving the effect, correct? So it would be controlled great effect.
Nice. Let's go.
So all right, Hugh, you were asking how to add the bonus dice, correct?
Yes.
All right, hang on. Let me open a character sheet. I will use Nora because I clicked on her first. All right, when you click on your Tinker roll, the first thing that's going to show up is modifier.
Okay. Yeah.
So it says plus 0D.
Yes.
Click the drop down, click plus 1D. Give
There's an
yourself a D.
There's an important thing here to note that we have that I've missed.
What?
We are synchronized. We're from a group action. We count multiple sixes.
So that is a group action is when you lead a group action, which remember you did last time, which is
Yeah.
you coordinate multiple members of a team to
I don't know if it applies, I just know it's useful.
Yeah, no, it's using the same action. So this would be if you're all sneaking or if you're
Okay.
all fighting.
All right,
But
it's
that
an
is a good
important
thing
thing
to
for us
keep
to
in-
note.
Yeah, like say this went badly and you needed to all flee. This would be a great way to do it. But anyway, so Hugh, I'm ready for your roll. It was controlled. Great, I believe. Because you were going to risk it for the biscuit, but
Yes.
Nora set you up.
Woo. Let's go.
Nice. Oh my
All
god.
right.
Just money.
You managed to get all your explosives where you want them.
Booyah.
This boat is going down. And you do so in such a way that you are able to get out and get clear. Because Nora is keeping everything at bay. From your scrawny little alchemical self. Watson, I believe you said you were. You probably need to take out anybody who's starting to run away, because I feel like that is a thing. There are going to be some people running away to go get reinforcements.
Yes. Yeah, let's definitely do that. Alright, that means I must have my fine long rifle. Alright, hold on, just double checking that there's brass tube lens glass will be attached. Would a spyglass attached to the fine long rifle aid in this?
Yes. I will let you have a
Alright.
scope.
Alright, I have my scope. Alright, I got my scope. And then, let me see, I believe that long range shooting is a hunt.
Yes.
So, yeah, I guess I'll just be hunting people down. Just
Yep,
picking
you
them
do
off
have a
one by one.
You have a bonus die because of your equipment.
Alright, bonus die, and what's the position on this?
I am gonna... you set yourself up, but yeah, no, I'm gonna go risky standard on this one.
Risky standard? Alright, so. Alright, let's go.
Oh my god. Holy smokes, what is going on?
No word is getting out. No word whatsoever.
We're gonna be too efficient. We're gonna wipe this place off the map. They're not gonna know what happened.
This is how you actually succeed at a mission like this in D&D. You just play Blades of the Dark.
Yeah, yeah.
So
So
I have to like leave a note or something that says we did it.
Quentin,
Yes.
you are with we're gonna call him Ralph. That's a really bad not a Aruvian name. Whatever, Ralph. The person who has been helping you try to find this shipment cannot find it. He's finally like, fuck it, let's go back out. We're not finding anything. As you start walking back towards the front of the warehouse, you hear like there's guns going off, people are screaming, and Ralph takes off running. Do you follow?
Yes, I will follow.
All right, as you follow, Ralph throws open the doors of the warehouse. And as the camera looks over your shoulder, you just see this canal boat, or a larger canal boat, just go up in a blaze of glory and alchemical wares. A spectral ghost whirling around with swords, cutting through various red sashes. You see the weird corvid bird thing flying around, helping Watson do whatever Watson does with guns and stuff. It is pandemonium. You have just walked into the room on fire carrying pizza.
What is Ralph doing?
Shitting himself.
Maybe we should go back inside, Ralph. I don't think this involves us.
Good plan! Ralph bolts back into the warehouse and slams the door shut.
All right. Is there another exit like back over here, someplace I can go out without? Because it looks like I'm not gonna be able to help much out there.
Yeah. Ralph is heading for the. He's like, come on this way.
All right, let's get out of here, Ralph. I'll try and pick up this order later.
You gonna let Ralph get away?
Yeah, I don't.
He just wants to go home. Like,
Yeah.
like you look at him. He just wants to go home.
I also want to go home.
Although,
Have a good day, Ralph.
Although I feel like he's gonna leave out the back of the warehouse. He's running across the street, specifically across. Let me move this around. Is there a name on this little side street? No, there
Apple
is
Lane?
not.
Dagger Alley.
No, on the other side. Like, it's the one that doesn't. Like, that one over there.
Hexham Canal Street.
Yeah. So I'm gonna say like Dog Lane. I don't know. It's next to the dog court. Whatever. This lane. Ralph comes running out, and you just see him drop like a sack of flour as you hear Watson's gun go off.
I will stop and not run out there.
I mean, Watson knows you.
I don't know. It's Watson. I'll like sort of look out there real quick and like, wave my hand.
Yeah, the corvid flaps letting you know that you're good to go.
All right, then I will get out of here. Sorry, Ralph.
All right, you all have successfully smashed this mission.
This
Can
is
I,
statistical improbability.
This is ridiculous. So
I would like to add flair, please.
yes, please
Sure.
add all the flair y'all want. You've earned it.
Can I dip my fingers in Ralph's blood and like use it to draw like something that can be recognized as the crow on the door here that we came through?
You absolutely can.
All right, I'll do that.
That's awesome.
Maybe a dead crow, because we're darker.
Yeah, you gotta draw a
but-
promenade on there too.
I think as Hugh hits the top stairs, even though he knows he has plenty of time to get off the ship before it's bad for him, his immediate thought is grab Nora, run like shit. And so you just see this kind of very, up until now, composed man just like lose his shit and run like a girl and just like half grab you on the way and just like run, go, run, bad.
Yeah, for a
Is
second,
he Jack
like,
Sparrow running?
Yeah, might have
got it.
dropped some.
Nora's got a red sash like by the collar of their shirt, and she's like punching him in the nose. Then like as you grab her, she like tries to jostle you, and then she sees who it is, and she's like, "Oh, time to go!" And she throws the guy overboard, and then she starts running after you.
Good run, good fast, go fast, good.
You all are like running along the dock. Explosions happening behind you.
Too much, too many,
No,
too much.
not enough.
Gerard, what are you doing other than just watching your handiwork?
Definitely inching back, because I don't, even though I probably have a contract with my spirit, it could easily get out of hand, so I'm probably retreating as well.
Fair. You also have a good idea that your fellow spirit wardens will be showing up to deal with this vengeful spirit if it does not go away here soon. So you might want to skedaddle.
Then in that case, is it possible for me to attempt to calm it down? Or at least not calm it down, but like reward it somehow?
I mean, I feel like getting its revenge is like I feel like this vengeance is its reward. Like I think it's just
Okay.
gonna have to it's just gonna have to burn out at this point.
Okay. Then see ya, Space Cowboy.
Yeah. And I'm assuming as part of the deal that you signed with this ghost contract, et cetera, is that it will not reveal who hired it or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You all are able to flee the scene. Where are we going? I assume using the various underground canals and passageways to head back to your base of operations.
Probably. It's right there.
We're heading home. The night's still young. Why don't we go get a drink?
Well, I mean, to regroup. I mean,
Ah, okay. Pick up
Yeah.
the rest.
hmm.
I need to change clothes. These smell like fire now. Ashes, gasoline, or something.
Hmm. Gunfire smell. Ugh.
Nora runs the sniff check and just shrugs. That'll do.
Honestly,
head
you
over-
probably smell better than you do like after the fighting pits.
True, yeah.
You don't want to keep your evidence of a job well done?
Hmm. Prefer to be clean.
That was a clean getaway. What was that? What was that you did, Gerard, with the ghosts?
He rubs his nose a little bit. He definitely feels a little bit proud. Was able to sneak in a little bit earlier. Get a contact. Did some good.
Well, it was fantastic.
Of
And
course it
you,
was.
nicely done with the explosives.
Thank you.
Gerard, Watson, did you leave anybody alive? It looked a little bit too efficient up there in the crow's nest.
Hmm.
Need at least a few to, spread the word.
I'm pretty sure their corpses spread the word.
Hmm.
I will have everybody tell me what the hell happened because I missed it all for the most part. I wasn't expecting that when the doors opened.
Yeah, as you show up when Nora snaps her fingers, like, oh, there you are.
Yep, we never found the package. I did leave a little bit of picture of a crow on the door there, so I
Ooh,
know who did it.
perfect.
Should we go to the crow's nest to talk to our boss?
Make sure no one claims this.
Yes.
Yeah. No, you absolutely can. And as a reminder, the crow's nest is the what used to be a watchtower. Do I have this linked to the right journal entry? Maybe, maybe not. No, I don't. Because why would I? It used to be a watchtower, several other things, and is now, of course, the there we go. Hang on, I'm getting this like actually set up so it can be a thing. Because I have crow's nest. There we go. This one should be right now if you click on it. Yeah, crow's nest. An ancient tower from before the cataclysm that has been a ritual sanctum, an astronomer's laboratory, and a Bluecoat watch post, before its current role as the headquarters of the district's chief gang, the Crows. So, I'm going to say you find Lysa up at the top, watching the mayhem that is to the south. And there is probably still things on fire, because, let's be real, he was good at what he does.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
the ship's on fire before it sinks. It like collides with another ship in the docks and just sets off like a chain reaction.
Yeah.
One of them's got fireworks in it, and it just...
Oh, naturally.
I like boom, boom good.
All right.
like a well-oiled machine.
I don't even remember my voice for Lysa, but when in doubt, I go with my southern voice. So that's what's happening.
Before we head up to our office, we stop by the bar and
Yeah,
Nora re-ups.
all
And we head up there. Nora kicks down the door. We walk in.
Everybody's like at the window, just like trying to look to the south because I feel like the bar is high enough up where they can get a bit of a view. But people who know that the Murder Promenade at least hit the lampblacks before, some of them are looking at you curiously, like, "Was this you all?"
And as we stroll in like Borderlands characters.
Did you all enjoy the show?
I think it's still going on, isn't it?
Well,
I estimate for the next 3 days, yes.
kick your feet up and enjoy. I heard Watson say drinks on him.
Everyone cheers.
You can go fuck yourself.
She pushes a glass into your hand.
Yeah, they'll drink it. He just downs it real fast.
Says, "Oh, careful! That's the pricey stuff."
It's the only stuff worth drinking.
The bartender kind of glances towards where the crowd is, like looking out the various windows and basically is like, "Think the tab might actually be on the boss this night, at least for you all. I suggest you go see her."
Nora cheers at that. She goes and she goes into the crowd that's partying at the bar. If we're trying to meet the boss, somebody's gonna have to come get her.
All right, let's go. Goes just grabs the bottle though and grabs you.
There we go. All right, she'll follow.
Follows the bottle.
Hmm?
She doesn't follow you, she follows the bottle.
Oh, she follows the bottle. Yeah.
Alright, so you all make your way up to the top of the crow's nest to see Lysa.
Yes.
Lysa looks like she was expecting you. It's just like, take it that's your all's work.
Finest in the city.
I have to admit, that's one hell of a message.
I think I have a new burn scar.
No kidding.
On the upside, I don't think anyone will notice with all the rest.
Point.
This is gonna knock Linza's socks off whenever she drags herself out of bed.
I'm sure she's sad she missed it. But, good job.
You think that's gonna send enough of a message to Red Sash, or?
Well, only one way to find out. But y'all hit their major distribution, sent a message. Say job well done.
All right, yeah. Nora looks pretty self-satisfied. She takes a seat on one of the boss's couches and puts their feet up.
She just kind of gives you a look like, because I assume Nora did not clean her boots at all.
Oh no,
Yeah.
100% no.
Lysa just starts to say something and then it's like, you know what? No, it's not worth it. Because, well, at this point, we got Basso on the run with the Lampblacks. Already, their turf is narrowing down. Miser's Row's contested. This, of course, will put a big blow into the Red Sashes. I think we'll be able to mop them up. Of course, that means that some more turf will be coming open around here for enterprising folk wanting to lay some claim. All under our auspices, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Providing you pay your dues, operate where you like. And you see, like, in the video game journal that you have officially become a crew in her eyes.
The murder
Ooh.
promenade.
Yep.
Oh, Alexa's saying to turn your vote, turn your mic up or on a stream. I guess it's a little bit low on streams. Just turn it up on OBS, I guess.
Okay.
You're saying mine's low too, but I don't believe him.
I can turn you up a little bit. I did turn you down a fair amount.
So with us getting officially a crew, do we get to like expand our base like this chart up here?
I think what it is like now we can kind of claim turf, whereas
Yeah.
before it was like if we started doing it, then we'd be overstretching our welcome early.
Oh, okay, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So now we get to actually branch out here.
So let
Okay, nice.
me take us all back over to the crew page. Let me click a few things.
On our crew character sheet, as it were, there's on the crew upgrades. There's some already on there. Do we have those, or those are ones we can purchase somehow?
Those are ones that you all got last time. I think you had to dip out.
Okay.
So those are all ones that you all have.
Like thief rigging, quality
Yes.
gear.
Yeah.
I am adjusting. Come on. There we go. Adjusting the clocks over here. Although I think, hang on, I did one too many. Go back. Go back. There we go. So now we get to do downtime. Which actually, hang on, do I have that? Did I just take us away from the page that we needed to be?
Probably.
No. I got it here. There it is. We'll just cover up the newspaper, because why not? So, there's a series of downtime activity things that we have to do and resolve, assuming you all aren't going to immediately launch into, like, another score rolling off of this one.
I think we take some downtime. We deserve it.
Alright.
Yeah, I think we're good
After
to
that,
watch
definitely.
watch our
Yeah.
accolades roll in. We got to spend time at the bar and spread our the good word.
Alright, so first things first, let me pull up your sheet. Maybe. Possibly. Helps if I'm on the right control. Alright. So, first things first, with payoff, you earn 2 reputation per score by default. If the target is the score is a higher tier than you, you take +1 rep per higher tier. Let me double check what tier. The red sashes are tier 2. You all were tier 0? Yeah, you're tier 0. So
Good.
that would be 4 rep. Let me drop that on your sheet. And then you earn coin based on the nature of the operation and any loot you seized. I don't think you all were grabbing stuff as you went. Maybe you were. Quentin, were you pocketing things while this was going down?
I probably would have like check Ralph real quick, but otherwise, I think I was with him most of the time. I was just grabbing stuff while I was going through there with Ralph.
Yeah, I
Would
will
have
say.
alerted me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say this is a standard score. You all get 6 coin. Where is your coin on here for the crew? Although that might be each of. Hang on. Okay, record it on the crew sheet or divvy it up amongst the crew members as you see fit. How many of you are there right now?
5.
5. Okay, instead let's just make this an even 5 coin. You each get 1 coin. There you go.
Yeah, Nora wasn't going out of their way to look for loot, but she probably picked up a cool looking knife that somebody tried to stick her with on the boat. So
Yeah. Okay, actually, here we go. This is a basically you have to like pay 1 coin to whatever boss is above you. So I'm gonna say you guys got 6 coin. 1 of it went to Lysa, like just per the mechanics of the game. And now there's 5. You each have 1 and can put on your sheet. Now,
And we'll just note that in our notes.
No.
no, should be up with the
Oh, there we go. Yes,
yep.
I see.
Where you did the load. So now I gotta do heat, which is basically you acquire heat as you commit crime. After a score, a conflict with an opponent, your crew takes heat according to the nature of the operation. Loud and chaotic, high exposure, or wild, devastating exposure. I'm
I
gonna
don't
say
think there was any crimes on that one,
I'm gonna say loud and chaotic. I'm gonna say you all get 4 heat. Add +1 if the heat the situation happened on hostile turf. I wouldn't say the red sashes were hostile to you before now. But I will add the +2 if killing was involved. So that is a total of 6 heat. Because there was a lot of killing. So
maybe next time we do a more low profile.
Might be a good idea.
All right. So you have until you reach a heat level of 9 before your wanted level goes up.
Should we be adding this to the sheet?
I've been putting it on the
Sam's
sheet.
doing on the crew sheet.
On the crew sheet. You just need to add your coin. Oh, it just all went away. Oh, now it's back.
I put it back.
Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Now we get to do entanglements, which is basically representing any of the fallout from what you just did. So I have a table where I find a column that matches the crew's current heat level and roll a number of dice equal to your wanted level. So your heat level is 6. Your wanted level is 0. So I roll 2 dice and keep the lowest result. Just a second, let me do this. Where is engagement? So this should do it automatically if I do 0. Crew tier, you are currently 0. Alright. Roll. I did engagement instead of. Darn it.
we
I
got a
clicked
1
the wrong
and a
button.
3. How's that look?
Yeah, no, that should have been entanglement. I rolled the wrong thing. Hang on. There's a thing for entanglement. Yeah, it might be a good idea if you guys weren't able to mess with the crew sheet.
Was all of our heat supposed to go away when you rolled that?
No.
Because it all went away.
Interesting. Alright. Hang on.
Now it's coming back.
Yes, because I just
know
put
what's
it back.
going on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright. There we go. You guys can't mess with it now. It'll just be easier this way. Okay. However, hang on. I've got the roll the number of dice equal to... So, I'll just do it this way, because I didn't do... That didn't have the engagement, or the engagement thing that I wanted. It's got a 1 through 3. Flipped or interrogated. So, One of your PC's rivals arranges for one of your contract's patrons, clients, or group of your customers to switch allegations due to the heat on you. They're loyal to another faction now. Who flips on you because of the heat?
I mean, any of the red sashes we might be
Oh yeah, for sure.
even remotely friendly with.
So is that like people on our Sly friends list, or
Um,
how does that work?
I feel like that probably is, or just like patrons or like various people in your group. But I will say, yeah, at this point, like the red sash, like yeah, we'll count it. We'll count it as that for this. So yeah, so the at this point you are persona non grata with the red sashes, which is understandable.
We're
Well, you
certainly
know, we
not
did it.
neutral anymore.
In fact, actually, hang on, let me go over to faction reputation. And where are they?
They
The
were
red
Neutral.
sashes. Yeah, I'm gonna say that you're gonna go down
Yeah,
2 on this one.
because that was really big.
That's fair.
Yeah, you're officially enemies with them now.
But do we get any bonus points with the crows?
You do. What? Yes, you do.
Nice.
Hang on, let me fix that because I've got to do. I have like an actual. There we go. Like there's an actual sheet that I have beyond just like that tracker. Okay. So now I get to do the downtime activities for everyone. Which are. Should be on that list over here. Or on that sheet. Is it? Yes, the downtime activities summary. You can acquire an asset, work on a long-term project, recover, reduce the heat on your crew, train, or engage in your vices. But seeing the train reminds me, we've got to do XP. So, here's how XP works. If you open your character sheet, scroll down to the bottom, there's a thing that says XP, and it has when you mark it. Nobody rolled a desperate action, but there will be various things based on your character. So, for example, Hugh, you get 1 XP or 2 if it occurred multiple times if you addressed a challenge with a technical skill or mayhem, expressed your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background, or struggled with issues from your vices or traumas during the session. So,
I definitely did that first one.
yes. So I'm gonna say you get an XP for that. With Gerard, I would say you also you would get XP for your beliefs, drives, heritage, or background coming up. Technically, this is you all decide what you get XP for. I do not. That's the way this works. It is based on your discretion.
Pretty sure I addressed the challenge with violence or coercion.
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
I mine's tracking or violence. So.
Do you think
Emily.
I addressed a challenge with calculation?
Mm.
Did think ahead.
Yes. And basically, of these 3 areas, we can, I guess, decide where to put it, depending if it's not the first one of the XP blurbs.
Okay, so there's actually there's a thing for this. Hang on. Because you can either choose to give yourself to buy dots or do like the special skills. Hang on. Ugh. There it is. Advancement. Okay. You can mark XP on any of the XP tracks you want, any attribute or your playbook XP track. When you fill an XP track, you clear the marks and take an advance. So basically, let me get up to you. You can either do Insight, Prowess, Resolve, or the special abilities one on Spider.
Okay. Okay.
How does like I think I have 2 red squares on resolve from my experience last time. How does that work?
Those stay there until you
You
use
fill
those.
all those up.
Yeah, you have to fill it up.
And
When you
then
fill them all up, what happens then?
you can
Then you get
transfer
to add
that
a
to
dot.
1 dot.
Yeah.
I do it like consort or sway or one of those below it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And do you have to divvy them up, or can they both be in the same section?
They can be in the same section.
Cool.
And then there is also crew advancement, because your crew also gets XP. And this is, did you execute a successful espionage, sabotage, or theft operation? I feel like this is sabotage.
100%.
Contend with challenges above your current station. Yes. Bolster your crew's reputation, or
I
develop
think
a new
so.
one. Yeah. Express the goals, drives, inner conflict, or essential nature of the crew. That's kind of wishy-washy, and we're just going to go with you've got 4 XP on there, so be happy.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we have like 4 more tick marks.
No, that's on the crew sheet. The crew
Okay,
gets
gotcha.
those. Yeah. Because you also, the crew basically has its own character sheet.
Yeah, gotcha.
And you'll
So it
eventually be
levels
able
up.
to get like lackeys and various other things. But now I get to go into the downtime activity summary if we want to get into what you all do with your downtime. And we can start with people who have not done downtime before, so they get a taste of the downtime, if you'd like. Or somebody can
chomping
show
at
you
the
how it's done.
bit.
All right, Gerard. So, you can, let's see. You have time for 2 downtime activities. And you can choose the same activity more than once.
Then I would like to train for one of them.
All right.
I will add 1 more tick to resolve. And we do not have the appropriate crew upgrade.
Check the sheet.
Prowess is the one that we have that you get an
Oh.
extra one for.
Then I get to add another one.
All right.
Then I would like to try and reduce our heat.
Okay, so to reduce heat, say what your character does to reduce the heat level of the crew and make an action roll. So basically, how are you doing this? Are you talking to contacts in the police force to be like, yo, cool it? Are you making local citizens afraid to snitch? Like,
I'm definitely attempting to. While we had a somewhat explosive happenstance, I'm gonna try and talk to people, consort with them to try and smooth it over. Say like, we aren't all explosions and bullets. We can do some decent stuff too.
okay, so you're gonna, that sounds like sway to me.
Consort and sway. Why are you so close? Damn it.
Yeah, so consort is basically going to people that are on your side.
Okay.
So, like, the example they give for this is consorting with a friend who's a bluecoat to arrange for some incriminating watch information to disappear.
Okay.
So, like, if you wanted to do consort, you could consort with, like, some fellow spirit wardens to at least like try to take the heat off from like the ghost element of it.
Okay.
But if you're trying to get the citizens, that would be sway.
Then in that case, could I attempt to do that with the spirit wardens, or go on the more ghosty attune angle to just like, what can the ghosts do to try and, I guess, just pacify things, sort of.
I'm gonna say spirit wardens would probably be the better angle on this one.
Then may I go with that?
All right, make that action roll. I'm gonna say, it literally just says make an action roll. Risky. I'm just gonna say risky standard, because it's just the result.
Okay.
That matters that you get. So.
And would you say I have any bonus dice because I am a spirit warden? Or would that just be slightly separate?
See, the thing is like I'm allowing you to do it because you're a spirit warden.
Okay. Then I will have a +0.
Yep. Alright. You got a 3 to you got a 4, so that is 2. You reduce the heat by 2.
Yay.
So you guys are at heat 3.
Then that's me.
That is not you.
Oh.
Because, let's see, let me double check a thing. Oh, that's right, those were your 2. Let me double check on indulging your vice. If you have to, or if that is the activity, that is the activity. You just have to if you have trauma, I believe, is the thing.
I'm only minorly stressed, so I think I'm good.
Yep, let me double check. Yeah, that would be if you wanted to clear stress.
Yeah.
All right.
But I have already done my 2 items.
Yeah, you've already done your. That I was just double checking to make sure that was one of the activities you had to pick or not.
Yeah, it's only, it's just there's a penalty if you don't do it if you have trauma.
Trauma, right? That was what I was double checking. All right.
Okay. And it's basically once your stress bar goes up full, then you get trauma?
Yes, or if you like, there are some other things like if you get a serious penalty, you can like being grievously injured. Like there are things, but it's mainly the stress. Yeah.
Alright, totally good then.
All right, who would like to go next?
I'll go.
All right. What are your
I
actions?
will from my Ruvian diplomat superpowers, I will basically try to reduce the heat a bit. Which actually, I guess until I have a sly friend, Brill, a drug dealer.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, I have a better idea. Do I have any? I'm going to look around. I don't know. I guess using consort or sway to find out. We got this heat. There's probably people talking about us. I'm going to find out if like there's a particular loudmouths that are talking the most shit about us or spreading rumors. And then I want to sometime stealth or go to where they live, and on their door I'll have like a little bottle of blood, and I will draw the same sort of crow on their door and then leave. An attempt to reduce the heat. Basically, as like a warning to them.
All right, as a warning.
Keep their mouths shut.
Okay, I feel like this is going to be too, like, both of the downtime actions to reduce heat. Because one is going to be identifying, well, like, I feel like one would be identifying, unless you just want it. Well, no, you could identify, but yeah, it would probably be command, though, because you're trying to intimidate.
Well, I don't want to do that.
Consorting could be, like, you could always try to discredit who's ever talking to you. Like, it's like you're talking to your contacts and being like, oh yeah, that person's full of shit.
Yeah, I'll try to do that. Basically, basically through the yeah, I'll try and say basically try and let it out that it was discredit the people talking thing. It was basically nobody did that on purpose. It was like some sort of accident inside there. Maybe some suggestion that they imported something that caused that spirit to show up. Like
Yeah,
somebody broke
I
a
mean,
bottle.
there is that story in the North Hook Gazette about sinister dockside discoveries that may or may not be linked to Gerard, but I mean, there's weird arcane stuff being smuggled into the city, so that's plausible.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go for that. Basically, try and consort or sway with
Yeah,
people and
that would probably be, again, consort would be if you're spreading the rumor with people you know and trying to convince them to also spread the rumor. Sway would be doing it directly.
I'll do sway then.
Okay. Same risky standard. Alright, 4. You reduce the heat by 2.
Very nice.
Alright, so now you guys are back down to 1 heat.
And for my other one, I'd like to start a long-term project.
Alright.
I am going to ingratiate myself with our boss and the crows and try and earn her trust. Does that make sense? Is that scriptive
No,
enough? Or...
that works for me. I'm actually, let me make you a clock.
Okay. I am trying to schmooze her, but not be like obvious. Like everybody's looking at me like, really, Quentin? We all know what you're trying to do. Yeah. He's gonna be slow about it and subtle, but work his way into her good graces. Like get her to start relying on me more and more and trusting me. And if she starts having romantic feelings for me, I won't dissuade her there either. But that's
Oh,
not
okay.
necessarily what I'm going for.
Let
I'm quite
me
willing to use that.
let me see, a long-term project. I'm trying to decide how many. I'm going to say that this is going to be a 10 section situation. Let me see if I can get, now if I move to your notes section, let me put, because I put Lysa development. Drag and drop clocks. I did. Maybe I have to give you control. Let me make you observer of it. Do I have to do it this way? Well, it links to it.
All right. Yeah,
But it
works.
does not. It's not showing, for whatever reason. It's not showing the actual clock. Let me see if that changes if I actually give you like full control over the clock. No. I'll work on that. It might be a thing, but it's the.
No problem.
Yeah, but you can click on it and you have that open. So you're gonna start that. Let's see. Describe what your character does to advance the clock. And roll one of the actions. So you're going to mark the segments according to your result. If you get a 1 through 3, you get 1 segment, 4 or 5, 2 segments, a 6, 3 segments, or a critical 5 segments. So how are you trying to win over Lysa?
Well, like I said, I'm spending time in the crow's nest, basically trying to listen in and see if whenever she needs something, if it's something that I think I can, not just going to be like a total toady, but just when something comes up, I will try to help her out. And, I don't know.
Consorting is winning somebody over with like charm and style. I'm just pulling up examples of it because consort and sway are annoyingly similar.
Yeah. They're both the same skill for me. They're both two dots.
Okay. Because like so, swaying is influence with guile, charm, or argument. So that's more like persuading versus consort would be like making new friends or doing that. So it's kind of like how slimy are you being with this?
He's not. He's trying to avoid making it obvious or making that he's doing this here. He's trying to make it very organic. So he's not working very fast. He's
Okay. I'll say consort. And again, just roll with the risky standard because it's the die result that matters, not the. All right, you got a 4, which I believe I said was done here. 2 ticks of the clock, which I can do here real quick. I mean, you can as well, but there you go. You get 2 clicks on your Lysa development clock. Would you like me to
Nice.
drop that over here so everyone can track it, or no?
Sure, that's fine.
Okay.
It's not showing up for me that it's got two.
Interesting.
Let me look again. Maybe it. Oh, now it does. All right. I
Yeah,
just
it
had to
might have
click on the
taken a
link.
second, or you had to like close it, reopen it.
All right, cool. That's it for my downtime, I think.
Yes. Sorry, just like I'm getting it set up. There we go. I'll put the label under it in a minute. All right. Who's next?
I can go.
All right. What you doing?
He would like to try to recover from his sprained ankle.
Oh, that you had last time. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
fine.
So I have to get somebody who could. I have to go to a doctor, a physician, or whatever it's called.
Apothecary.
Oh, I know a great one.
How do you?
Sawtooth.
That sounds perfect.
Got the best rates in the city.
All right.
All right. Let me get the rules on that specifically for recovering. All right. So you're going to the NPC. So
Yeah.
let me see what their quality is. Is this one of your contacts?
Actually, I do have a deadly friend who's a physician called Melvier.
Okay,
Dead-
you do. All right, awesome.
Was Sawtooth yours?
Yeah.
Really?
Let me see what quality that would be. I'm sure there is a specific thing for this. But,
Yeah, it's supposed to be based on the quality level of the
right.
NPC.
Yeah, and that's what I'm looking at. I'm trying to remember. I think it's related to y'all's tier quality. But I also feel like if somebody's a physician, they're gonna at least be adequate.
You'd think maybe.
So yeah, so I'm gonna do that with that. So let me do that fortune roll, because that's what that would be with 1 die. 4. So you take 2 segments on your healing clock.
Alright, no, not 4, 2. Thank you. Alright, that's one. Feel like I should just... because if I take any harm, then I lose all the healing next time, so I probably should just sit there and heal again.
Okay, so same thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to
Okay.
spend the weekend cooped up.
There you go.
Well, that would have been great. That was my first one, but I'll take it.
So, when you fill your healing clock, reduce each instance of harm on your sheet by 1 level, then clear the clock. Because you did get, see, that was 3 segments right there, so that should have cleared you.
Yep.
Alright, so you're all healed up.
Yep, and that's my turn.
Alright, Nora? Or, Nora or Hugh?
Yeah, I can go.
Alright.
Alright. Nora's got some stress. She's gonna go and relax and blow off some steam in the fighting pits.
Alright, so you're gonna roll dice equal to your lowest attribute. Which would be the attributes being those 3 at the top.
Probably insight, I guess. I think I have 2. Oh, I think I have 2 in each one. I got 2 in insight, 2 in prowess, 2 in resolve.
Based off the first dot. So you have 2 in insight, 1 in prowess, 1 in resolve. So either prowess or resolve, either one.
It's basically how many skills are you trained in, essentially.
Yeah, basically you're gonna roll 1 dice.
Okay.
So for Vice, if you click on the dice roll, so on the far left hand side, there at the very bottom, there's 2 dice.
Okay, yeah.
Click that, and it'll show up. You can see Indulge Vice.
I got 2 stress.
Alright, put in the stress, and then put in you've got 1 die. And then give it a roll.
Failure. I overindulge.
Alright, you clear 2 stress, though. Choose one of the consequences.
Let's see. Brag about your exploits. Lost. Your character vanishes for a few weeks. Tapped. Current purveyor cuts you off. Find a new source for your vice.
I mean, she was kind of already bragging in the bar.
Yeah, I feel like... yeah, I guess... Oh, man. Yeah, that probably is... She probably 100% would be bragging and would attract heat to the crew.
Alright. Hey, well, it's good. It's good everybody else reduced it some. Like, you guys, your wanted level doesn't go
Alright,
up.
I'll spend my... We get 2...
Yes.
We get 2 things? Okay. Alright, and then after she gets back and gets told off that we're actually trying to bring down the heat, she'll spend the next week trying to take the heat down.
How do you do that?
Quinn's
Begrudgingly.
wandering around trying to find out who's talking us up. And
runs into Nora.
The call is coming from within the house. Yeah, if you stop by one of the pits, yeah, Nora just gets out of a ballad and she's like, yeah, and then we set fire to the whole damn lot. Summoning up the undead, it was ridiculous. Watson up in the crow's nest, just pop, pop. No survivors. Even the little guy trying to run out the back. But, alright. To try and take down the heat, let's see. She comes back to the fighting pit and she finds the people. She finds people that are blabbing, and she's like, "I told you that in confidence. You need to shut up about it. Keep it to yourself." And she's gonna try to command people to keep quiet about it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Am I coming at this from a risky position?
Yeah, risky standard. It matters. It's
standard.
really just the die roll, rather than the actual effect on that. Fine,
Partial
you clear
success.
2 heat.
There we go.
Right, so
hey, net
you
neutral,
only netted
baby.
1. You only netted 1, or no, that clears what you did. Yeah, so you're back down to 1.
There we go.
So there you go. You fixed it. Damage control.
Yeah, she just comes over and just strong arms the people into shutting up. They're like, you were just bragging about it. She's like, yeah, but you gotta keep it on the DL, you know. If you're gonna tell people about it, only tell trustworthy people.
I blew the place up, but if you tell anyone, I'll crack your skull.
Then she goes in, like, after she gets him under, gets him, listening to her, then she goes back into retelling the tale of what they did. But keep it to yourself.
Alright. And then I believe we've got Hugh.
I probably work on a long-term project. tinkering and bomb making and whatever.
All right. What would you like to do? There are crafting rules. Or you
I
can do it
think
as just a long-term project. There is
I
also.
think
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna try to make create something that was like helpful and not just destructive. Like something that could help alleviate like a problem that is happening. You know what I mean? Like a fancy wheelchair for tiny children.
Okay, and it's like your community service.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm liking this. Let me make you a clock. I'm gonna put a Hughes community service. I hate typing when there's a stream involved because inevitably I don't misspell things. So we'll also give this a 10. So, what is your community service, my good sir? Are you building a better wheelchair?
Yeah, I think so.
For
It's just
Tiny
'cause
Tim?
that's what popped into my head is like building better something.
Okay, well we could also say that like this first downtime for this long-term project is you figuring out what to make.
That's true. Yes. Good point.
If you wanted to, let me pull up the list of things again. So that could be a if you're wanting to like study, like just kind of start making plans. I think study could work.
Ooh, yeah.
If I
Study
remember
could.
correctly. Yeah, so that's scrutinizing details and interpreting evidence, gathering information from documents, do research on a topic, closely analyze a person to detect lies or true feelings, examine events to understand a situation. So yeah, so that could honestly be like, hey, what do the people of Duskfall need that I could provide to make up for me blowing shit up all the time?
Yeah.
Give me that study roll. All right. Hey, you do it.
Very nice.
So you get 3 ticks. You are well on your way to your community service.
Woo.
And yeah, so maybe you start trying to build like a sort of steampunk motorized wheelchair because you've noticed. I mean, you're an alchemical person. You've dealt with lots of explosions and things where you lose limbs.
Yeah.
So I mean, you could also maybe start working on a prosthetic device.
Better prosthesis. Yes.
Yeah, like movable fingers, maybe.
Ooh, that would be very important. I think it's part community service, part one day I'm gonna blow my own hand off. It would be really great if I could replace it immediately.
This is an investment for me. Community
Okay,
I
service.
could do two things
based
at
on that,
once.
I am gonna up the number of like pie wedges up to 12 because I feel like making an articulated prosthesis is probably one of the most complicated things you're gonna do.
Probably,
Just,
yeah.
thinking about it. But yeah. All right, so that was one. You have another activity. You could train to get more XP in something if you'd like.
That's probably what I'm gonna do.
All right, and so which is the attribute you all have? Prowess.
Yeah,
So
if you train prowess, you get 2 instead of 1.
Oh, I will train prowess.
all right, so put 2 slashes by prowess. There you go. All right, and that is your downtime. Have we gotten everyone's downtime?
Think so.
All right.
Yep. Why did you get 2 in prowess?
Because your crew type, one of your upgrades is training prowess.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I thought it was just training in general, so I docked one from.
Yeah. I thought I heard that. So, also let me pull up lessons in authority because that is completed.
Ooh.
So, this is kind of the end of the little starter scenario that I had planned out. Obviously, we can continue going. We do technically have 1 more hour. It's been 3 hours. But more importantly, I kind of want to get y'all's thoughts on this. Obviously, there has been the Blades in the Dark deep cuts that's been released, which does change some of this a little bit. I don't know how I feel about all of it yet. But what are y'all's thoughts on this? Questions, comments, concerns?
I think, yeah, same comments as last time. I think it's pretty cool. I like the flashbacks to the setup, so you can kind of retroactively set yourself up during the missions. I think it's pretty cool.
I'd like to continue. I think we're still slowed down because of rules we're trying to
Yeah.
learn and stuff like that there. I think once we get a better grip on it, things are going to go smoother and just going to get better as we go along. And it's already pretty fun.
I like it.
Yeah, I like that we got 7 people too, so we can have like a rotating cast if we keep going.
Yeah, so well, I will say my master plan here in a second, but what about our 2 new folks this evening?
I think it is very interesting. One of the first things that popped up for me when you were just talking about it was quite simply that this is basically a steampunk type ish setting, and that's not something that I've been able to experience as far as TTRPGs and just generalness. I find it very interesting. And even though this was a first session, I'm a little out of my depth. I enjoy it. I like it, and I would like to play a little bit more.
Awesome. Jen?
I think I would need some time to sit and think with it about like continuing personally, but I don't dislike it for sure.
There can be a bit of a learning curve with it, and in some ways the fact that y'all just like aced this was almost bad for like
Yeah.
experiencing it, because there was a whole
Last
lot
time.
of stuff. Yeah, last
Yeah.
time was a shit show.
It's like failing forward, but this one was just aces. Just the
Yeah.
whole fucking.
Yeah, we did every rule last time. That's why I had the injuries.
Right.
So like,
Yeah, so but yeah, no, it's fun. It is very different.
Yeah, usually there's more like on the fly planning. This one was just like, I'm gonna do this crazy shit, and then it's
And it
like
works.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
got the dumbest plan. We're just gonna go in and shoot things and blow them up.
It fucking worked.
Yeah,
It worked.
without a hitch.
Might have done a little bit too well
Yeah, I
on the
know.
heat we generated, but really good.
I didn't even know you could summon ghosts.
Yeah.
So that is a little. I mean, some of that I'm stretching things potentially, but the way they write the supernatural in this is very very open ended.
Nice. Okay.
So it's really however much y'all want to delve into that, we can do it. There are, especially like with the whisper, so if somebody does come in and play Pravda, that is like their thing. So there is a bit more of that, but yeah, communing with spirits, doing all that. I mean, there is the crew type of like a cult, if you wanted to be a cult to a forgotten god, which I was like, let's not start there. But the reason why is because there's so little of the established lore about it, that at that point it's like, okay, Sam, just make up this world with the players, and I'm like, we're still learning the rules.
I would definitely like to explore that in the
Yeah,
far
yeah.
future.
Yeah, so I saw what Dirk and Will were putting in chat, which is getting another group to play a different rival gang. So, like, essentially, my thought is having a weekly game that is, for the most part, drop in, drop out. As long as what did I say, Scott? Like 4 people? Like, as long as we can pretty much guarantee like 4 people, it's worth running. Or it could be every other week. I just don't want to have it be the weird, like, let's try to schedule it each time, because that gets
Mhm.
difficult, and difficult for people tuning in, and difficult for, everything else. Um, Probably, like, based on my time and schedule, if we have enough people, there'll probably be a wee bit of page going on there, um, which we can all talk about, just because of
Yeah, it's fair.
like
A lot
time
of work.
investment, especially if we're going to be coordinating. Like, if we get enough people to have 2 crews, there's a lot of people say that, oh, like, there's very little like a GM has to do to prep. It's great. There's nothing. There's not before the game. But now everything you all have done, I basically have to sit down with all the factions and go, okay, what does that do? Like, I have to, like, follow the
Yeah.
dominoes, which is fine. It's just time and then getting it all in here. But that's also one of those, I'm not having to, like, buy a bunch of modules and do a bunch of things or build a bunch of maps. So, like, it's not, I'd have to, like, look at pricing, and there's things we can do, especially if people are streaming, etc., etc. The huge. But if that's something people are interested in, probably starting up in earnest, I would say, January, beginning of the year, as with most things. Just because holiday times are ridiculous. If there's a time we all want to play between now and then on this, I am more than happy to do so. Also, with the whole idea of, like, a rival group, that could also be, like, on another night if there are people who want to play but Saturdays are terrible for them. I know I'm open Thursdays and Fridays, and can be open on Mondays. Basically, Tuesdays and Wednesdays are out, because I'm running a game on Tuesday and Scott's running things on Wednesday.
Yeah, sounds good.
And then whatever, I guess, like, Sunday night's going to be either Mythic or then Kingmaker with the 2 of you, so it's not like we can move to that, but, and I guess if people wanted to play in both gangs, like, I wouldn't say no, as long as you didn't get weird meta about it. The question would be, would you want to continue as these characters? Do you like them? Would you like to build your own? One of the things Deep Cuts did do was add a bit more information for the backgrounds. That's why that's where the Confessors came from, for Gerard, which is one of the reasons why I wanted to build another pre-gen using the newer things, which I do think helped a little bit as, a way to tie in the background.
I would be good with either, because I like Gerard, but I'm also very interested in that spiritualist or whatever.
Yeah, likewise.
Whisper.
Yeah,
that's
the
it,
Whisper. Yeah.
Yeah, likewise. I'm good with continue with Nora, or make another character. I probably would make another similar brawler character or something.
Good with what I have. It says doesn't talk a lot. Although that's the one tricky part, is I don't talk a lot.
Well, I mean, hey, that's just like what the cops say about him. Like, maybe he's real chatty, like with the crew.
He just doesn't talk to cops.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a good person.
To be fair, I have 0 social skills, so it's best if I don't actually talk, or
There
like
you
he
go.
doesn't talk.
What about you, Dirk? You liking Quentin?
Yeah, Quentin's fine.
Jen?
I'll have to read up. Read the rules.
I
a little more.
I definitely love the mayhem of the fucking characters.
Yeah, I was gonna be
and-
like, Hugh seems, yeah. I'm not gonna lie. When I was originally making this pre-gen, I thought of you.
Yeah, thank you. But I also already have thoughts and ideas about what the backstory could be and what differs from what the police say. Kind of that was rolling through my head while I was reading it. So yeah.
Yeah, the one thing I would want to do with the core group for when we're going to kind of go from here is, I don't mean to do a full reset. Obviously, you can do what you've done, but actually sit down and come up with some crew goals, and essentially do kind of like how I called it season 1 Warring Crowsfoot. Most games of this run in seasons, where it's what is your goal? So if your goal was we're gonna take over Crowsfoot, that would be a season. And that's probably a little big, given the number of gangs in Crowsfoot. But things like that, we could kind of sit down and have a bit of a planning sesh on that, just so we're all on the same page.
Yeah, sounds good.
Which is a chance, like, for y'all also to tell me, like, what kind of things you're interested in doing. Also, if you guys want to stick with, like, the Shadows crew playbook, or if you want a different one, you know, things to think about. Because I'm enjoying the heck out of this. And we definitely went a lot like, downtime went a lot faster this time, now that we kind of know what we're doing.
It's very reminiscent to me of AIM, which is like, oh yeah, pick the things and do the things, and you're good.
No, I have enjoyed what we've done and how we've set things up and everything. But yeah, I guess figuring it out. But I know
Yeah,
next
both these
week.
games have been great. Good times.
Yeah. I know next week I'm busy.
Yeah, I'd be good with like I definitely can't commit to like a weekly game, but I can definitely jump in like a couple times a month.
Yeah.
Especially starting in January, like last end of the year always gets really dicey.
Yeah, that's why I was kind of thinking, like, unless there was, like, a date, like, if we all talk right now, we're like, oh, this one date we could do between, like, now and the end of the year. Otherwise, I'm like, let's not try for that.
It might be best to wait for the
yeah.
fresh year.
Yeah, trying to schedule stuff in December is always going to be it's going to be begging
Usually,
for
it better not to.
Yeah. Yeah, so what I'm thinking is basically setting up, if the Saturday time works for everyone, I'm gonna have to look at, like, my overall, like, life schedule before I commit to, like, this is the time every week. But yeah, pretty much, as long as people can play, like, once or twice a month in enough, like, sprinkling variety that we have on average, like, 4 people for a crew, that'll work.
I like how god, yeah.
I think if it drops below that, then you're either kind of hindered on, like, who has dots in what. You know, it's sort of like you need a certain size of party.
Yeah, I like how you can choose. You've got the 6 main options for how you approach a mission, so you can really run with any assortment of crew. Like if you've got a crew of all Poindexters, you can just keep it to social or something.
Yeah, I mean, there are tons of score sheets online. A lot of people make scores and score generators, and things range from, like, a masked ball in White Crown, and like, you can do pretty much, like, anything with this. As far as what you all want to do, the same basic framework works. I guess a question would be, what would be the best way to have the lore that is digestible for people? Because obviously in the PDF they have the lore sections. I've been trying to get, like, various linked journals and things, but what works best for everyone?
Unfortunately, I could not really tell you. The best thing for me is, like, I find something to latch on to, like, oh, I go for the Acolyte Spirit Wardens, and then that leads me to blah 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 blah, but I wouldn't really
It's
know
more
how to
experiencing it. Like it's the okay.
I don't know how to communicate that into a digestible format.
Yeah, because that's the one thing I struggle with as a GM, is honoring the fiction first mentality while also trying to be like, let me tell you about this world we're in.
Yeah.
Even though a lot of the lore kind of cuts off, because, like, they'll be suggested, like Martin Gull, the retired leader of the Crows, like, that's who he is. That's what I know. That's all I got. So it's like, I have hooks for a lot of things, and it's like, well, ask the players, and the players should be coming up with this. It's one of the things on the subreddit for this that does annoy me a little. I feel bad if anyone listens to it. is that everyone goes back to it's fiction first. Have your players do it. Have whatever. And I'm like, yeah, but until you get a feel for the world, it's like it's the blank page problem.
Yeah, it's hard to actually think up something when you don't know if it's going to fit or not.
Right. And the like wanting to stay at least somewhat tonally consistent. So like I'm working on various ways to do that. That's part of why it's like I make the newspapers, because I'm insane and made all of this.
When you make those newspapers, is it possible for you to post them in the Discord?
Yeah. Yes, I can. Yeah, I mean, also, I think if we are going to do this as like a full thing, I am going to talk to Crash about getting like a little section or a couple of channels so we can have like a general chat and then like a notes chat or something where I post these. But yeah, no, my plan is to have things in Foundry, but also out of Foundry, because I know for me, I will, in between games and stuff, pull things up on my phone or read through lore or do whatever, because I don't want to fire up Foundry. So I do want to have that. And I can also get plain text versions of all the articles, too.
It does seem like one thing about this game, with it being all fiction first and having the players come up with stuff, you need to have players that have read the lore and know something about it. I mean, I've got players in like my Thursday night game that I would say, "What do you think?" They'd just be like, they'd have no idea because they don't tend to read the lore that much. I think it might help too if you like can. I don't know, like if I were to GM this with my Thursday night group, I would compare it to that. Was it Peaky Blinders?
Yeah, so the touchstones are Peaky Blinders, The Wire, as a modern example. I would also say Penny Dreadful is a good one. The Guy Ritchie Sherlock Holmes movies also aren't bad.
They're not. They don't give lore, but I think they give tone pretty good, at least.
Yeah, and I think Carnival Row. Again, it's not lore, but it has that like because there's like fairies and stuff in that one. I think I haven't seen it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been trying to figure out a way to get the overall lore in a more digestible way. And honestly, it might just be easier to just like make a quick like 5-10 minute video of here's the lore of Duskfall, guys. Listen to it, and also have it written out. Just because I realize not everyone's like me that will read 1,000 pages of lore. Like, give me the Silmarillion.
I'll read the Silmarillion. I have a game lore for some reason. I'm the worst. I'm like, I don't want to spend 5 minutes reading any of this shit. That's just, I don't know why.
I think some of it is also just like the way it's presented, and again, in here it's like I would give you like here are all the pages on all the districts, and they're in the PDF that you all have access to in the shared game folder. But the problem is that it's like they don't separate between like spoilers or non-spoilers, or like what certain people know but certain people don't, like who's being bribed by who and who's doing whatever. And I'm like, well, okay, I guess I can give this to the players. That's why I made the I actually have been making versions for all the districts of the let me just take us back over there, the original landing page that I did that marked certain areas and then had like the various traits and stuff, because all of that is taken from the book.
I didn't just post a link to your YouTube channel, did I?
I gotta actually start like maintaining that one.
That is yours, really?
What is?
No.
Oh
No.
Okay. I just because the nerdy breakdown.
I thought it was pretty funny
no,
too.
No. Oh, is it a? That is funny. I was not seeing what I was. Yeah, the nerdy breakdown. I am very, very upset that is not me. No, it's broken nerdy. But I do need to start maintaining that. But yeah, I could do that. I have not seen the those lore videos, but I'm sure because like I haven't been changing that much. I'm sure they're there. But yeah, otherwise, I'm good, cool to chat, talk, hang out. Otherwise, people are glad to head out. I don't really want to obviously start on anything if we're not going to be jumping in until next year. Which is sad, because I was like, no, I want to keep playing. Let's do another score. But like, we got like 30 minutes, so like that ain't happening.
Oh, I'm available for most Saturdays, generally. So.
Same here. There's only on occasion I might have to work until 6, but I would easily be able to hop in soon after that. Doesn't take me long to get back from work.
Okay, yeah, fair. It might be one of those I might end up pushing it either 6:30 or 7. Just also looking at stuff I have on Saturday,
Hmm.
and just making sure there's enough buffer time in between.
Mm.
Since I'm now playing in somebody's Curse of Strahd game.
Yeah, that's a thing. I'm not saying that negatively, just that it's a thing. Truthfully, the way that this game plays out, it's probably safe to just make them 3-hour sessions too.
Yeah, I think that's fair to like for a score. Like by the time do the setup, do the score, do the downtime. I think we've like consistently been around like 3 hours. And yeah, it'll be faster once we get more familiar with the mechanics, but that also means there'll be more room for roleplay, which I think will fill the same gap.
Yeah, more role playing. Plus, there are more rules. Like there's a lot of rules there. I'm sure it's like
Yeah.
also familiarizing ourselves with each of the little nuances. I kind of am. Yeah, yeah. Procedural play. It's
Yeah,
good.
yeah. But I feel like I'm gonna stop the stream here. We can chat afterwards. But thank you all, people who are listening, listening to recordings. Thank you.
Night.
Have a good evening, everybody. Let's hope I remember how to turn this off. Yep.